Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Oops, wrong soundbite.
John Wayne Bobbitt's penis.
Okay, we're a little discombobulated. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Look at my screen. Heather, are you with me, HJ?
I am.
Hey, HJ. HJ's live with us tonight. Potato is feeling under the weather, so Potato, I hope you feel better. But HJ is with us tonight. Thanks for coming on, Heather. Heather.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, of course. Always. I've got pulled up right now is this Cheney, this thing we're going to cover tomorrow. Courtney Cheney, the OnlyFans chick.
Ooh, yay.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to be live streaming from the courtroom tomorrow. Well, not from the courtroom, but on Zoom. But we're going to be streaming her bond hearing. There's like 3 different issues. Excuse me. They're covering tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern time.
I can't wait. That's going to be a good trial.
Yes. So she's going to be claiming like self-defense. She's saying that like he abused her and all this crap. So
I know, but if you listen to the recording, she was terrible to him.
she really was. I mean,
Yeah.
she was calling him like the N-word.
The N-word.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I can't get this off my screen. I was trying before we went live, and I was like, oh, I'll do it right when we go on. Here we go. But yeah, so we're going to be streaming that in the morning. But tonight, we are going to be talking about the Idaho 4, which with every update, it gets what? Crazier and crazier? At least I think so. Like, what's the deal? Why is this like no other case, that we've ever really followed? Like, every update is either a contradiction or it's something like a little tidbit that maybe doesn't even mean anything or doesn't really make anything make sense.
Or it's all rumor and speculation.
Or it's rumored. Yep. Or it's rumor. Exactly. That's probably the worst part of it is the Facebook
Oh, I know. It's
group
awful.
rumors and shit like that. It's hard to even know what to believe sometimes. So that's why we decided to do this so that we can kind of talk through and just take our time walking through what's happened in the last week. Maybe not even week. Last few days.
Oh, yeah, a couple days.
Can you guys hear Heather okay? Yeah, 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. Exactly. All right, let me see if I can get my camera on. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, there I am. Yo! Ooh, that's looking pretty bad. I might need to make me. Moi. I might need to make me a little smaller. I just want to make sure they can hear you okay. It's been a long week. I don't know why it's not letting me.
Jay, it's only Wednesday.
I know, but like ever since Thanksgiving, it just seems like it's been a long time.
I know.
Okay, we will get to, I don't know why this is all jacked up. It's like everything resized. I am so sorry. I think it's because I switched between the other account and this account. That calls for a reverter.
Roberta.
Okay. So what we're going to cover first is we're going to be talking about Kaylee's dad's interviews. Can we just discuss Steve for a moment?
Could you hear that?
Hear what?
Oh, okay. My dog just let out a huge groan, and I thought
I did hear
it.
something. I thought it was my husband, though.
No,
Like,
that
I'm
was
not
my
going to lie.
dog.
I literally thought that was him in the living room. Like, I thought he burped or something. I'm not going to lie. Did you guys hear that?
Man.
We always have doggy sounds here. All right. Well, hey, all the members that are here, Baby D, I missed you today. We were jamming some Supersonic over on the Court channel. Believe it or not, I mean, that's pretty much what we were doing this afternoon for quite some time, was playing some music. But that trial we're watching is a shit show. I feel like it is.
Oh my gosh. It is. All around.
So it's Aaron
From
Dean.
the audio to the testimony.
Mhm. Oh, the audio's god awful. And it's Aaron Dean that killed a woman, right in her home. My freaking screen is messed up. Like, I can't sit here and pretend like it's not anymore. Because I can't resize it. And I don't know why. It's like not allowing me to resize my stuff. I guess we're just going to have to deal with the shit this way. Yes, you missed it. You missed it. Great grandma thought you farted, HJ.
Oh, jeez. No.
Okay. All right. We're going to get to our first interview. Let's just start rolling in to this stuff. This is from, and they're not going to be in any particular order, but we do need to pay attention to what he's saying because I'm a little confused just because he's so upset. I understand being upset, being anxious, being, wanting answers, wanting justice. I understand all of that because we watch these cases day in and day out, right? Murder is murder is murder. I mean, it doesn't really matter how they went. If you're a family member, you're dealing with the grief, the loss, the not knowing who did this, et cetera, et cetera. But I've seen the question pop up today. Why is he acting so strange? I mean, is he a suspect? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying that I think he should be. I have no idea.
No, he wasn't the one that went and changed the locks, was he?
Was that Zaina's dad? Okay,
yes,
that was
that's
Jeff.
right. That was
Jeff
Zaina's dad.
Kernoodle. So Jeff Kernoodle
Yep.
went and changed the locks shortly before this happened, right?
Yep.
And he was there. It was like posted that he was there visiting, and we saw pictures of his visit. And he was the one that actually said that if they didn't know the code, they probably would have just walked around to the back like everyone else did and went in the unlocked slider. And that came from Xana's dad. So I know you guys have heard a lot of things in a lot of chats, a lot of, gossip, hearsay, speculation, all of that stuff. I don't want to do that, but I do want to analyze what everyone is saying. Wanda thinks he's a cop hater. And we don't know. Like, we don't know these people's dynamics. We don't know their history. We don't know their demeanors normally. It's really, really hard. So I don't know if we can really. Oh, Kernodal. Sorry, clap show. You got the clap. Clap on, clap off.
Roberta.
Oh, Kernodal.
Okay, so let's watch our first one. This is the New York Post, but this is, I think, it's a Fox News interview. And they've been speaking exclusively to Fox, might I add. And I really hate to say this, HJ, but you're going to have to listen on YouTube. I hate to do that to you tonight, but I just did it.
Yeah.
So I'll stand down.
JB,
Here we go. Let's watch. This is just a minute and a half clip.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We continue to grieve with you and your family, and we're hoping to get answers for you.
Hold on.
Sir, when was the last time you talked?
This calls for an interruption. Romad. Holy shit. You guys, we have an original chatter, Romad. He has been around. Dude, I haven't seen you in years. Like, it's literally been years. I did a double take. How have you been? Damn. I love that when people come back in after years. That's cool. All right. Sorry for the interruption. Look at, he's stunned too. He's like, oh my God. He's like, it's Romad.
Talked with law enforcement about the case?
Well, we just had a vacation. Law enforcement told me that they were going to drop off a little bit and not to expect the same type of communication that I had gotten before. They passed it on to another person. So basically, long story short, it was Wednesday, 5 p.m. was the last time that they reached out to me. So, yeah, that's rough.
Sir, what are they telling you?
They're kind of just telling me that they can't tell me much, which is frustrating to me because I've been very trustworthy. I do know things. I haven't shared things.
He says he's been trustworthy, and he's saying they've told, I do know things that I haven't shared. So he seems puzzled to me why they won't give him more.
We're the same family that found the original timeline. We're the same family that broke into the phones. We tried everything in our ability to try to get into this system because a court order is not the fastest thing. So we broke in and we did what we did. We know that we have some family passwords that we all share. So we broke in and we helped them. So it's hard for me to give up as a father my protective ability to other men.
I've been pre-approved for a loan, but
so I can get
paid
that.
deposit and gift.
I can get down with what he's saying. That's his kid. That's his little girl. And he wants to be the one, to get answers and get justice for his daughter. And I get that. And, maybe I'm just, I don't know, HJ, like, maybe he's a typical dad. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe he's just been put in a situation, obviously, that he's never been in before, and just like, what do I do? I know that I need to find the killer for my daughter, but how? Like, kind of just what do I do more?
What do I do? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you feel helpless, I'm sure. Just like when, kids go missing. They feel so helpless. There is an update, though, that we want to share right now because this is new. And they're looking for a car now, but have no license plate. Like, I cannot with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's read this. It says the Moscow police are asking for the community's help. Detectives are interested in speaking with the occupants of a white 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra with an unknown license plate. Tips and leads have led investigators to look for additional information. Here, Eagle 8. Oh, you couldn't hear it?
Time.
Have led
No, not that
investigators to look for additional information about a vehicle being in the immediate area of King Street residence during the early morning hours of November 13th. Investigators believe the occupants of this vehicle may have critical information to share regarding the case. So they must have had this like going by on Ring doorbell or, you know, some kind of footage where they couldn't get the license plate, but they got the make and model.
Yeah, if it was parked outside somewhere, like on the street, and they only got the side view.
It says if you know of or own a vehicle matching this description, or know of anyone who may have been driving this vehicle on the days preceding or the day of the murders, please forward that information to the tip line. And then these are stock images and not the actual vehicle, but it's a little four-door, like compact car. And it says at this time, no suspect has been identified, and only vetted information that does not hinder the investigation will be released to the public. We encourage referencing official releases for accurate information and updated progress. So they're looking for someone who was driving this white Hyundai Elantra, an 2011 to 2013 model, which sounds to me like definitely a college student. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer,
Yeah.
but I wonder if they they say that this person has critical information. So they really think that this person or persons that were in this vehicle know something.
Yeah, whether they saw someone coming out of the house or saw someone going in the house or what be it.
Yeah, it's a little disturbing to think that somebody in a little white car could have answers. But I mean, if they saw something significant, Potato, why wouldn't they have come forward already? Why would the police have to be looking for them a month later? That's what bothers me.
It's the same thing with that truck in the Summer Wells case.
The damn Toyota truck.
Yeah.
Baby D said that another channel said that the car was seen in the food truck video. I didn't see any vehicles in the food truck video. Not even the vehicle that picked them up. Jeff Marks, you insinuated that straight up. No, I asked a question. Is he a suspect?
What?
You know what? And most of the time, Jeff, he's mad because I said, is the dad a suspect? Most of the time, like somebody else said in chat, people who are murdered and it's a crime of passion or a targeted crime, it's usually someone they know.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And in this case, it was so violent, according to reports, that it seems like crime of passion has to be somebody that knew these people.
White car in background of police body cam, apparently. What police body cam? I never said it was the dad. Chill. Y'all need to stop being so reactive, really. I think everybody in here needs to chill. I didn't say he was. I said, is he a suspect? Question mark. Question mark. I didn't fuel anything, Mindy. I didn't fuel anything. I asked a simple question. from the drinking video 911 call. Yeah, so an ex-FBI agent is actually the one that kind of shifted to the father here. And I'm going to play that next before we go into his next interview. I just want you guys just to chill. Just sit back and let's take it all in and discuss it. There's no reason to get all worked up, fingers going crazy in chat, getting mad. No reason for it. Right, HJ?
Exactly.
JB? That's right. Okay, let me get this video up. And this is a guy, he's an ex-FBI agent. He went on Fox News. So I just saved a little clip of him. But I want you guys to just listen to what he says with an open mind. And I'm not saying he's right, but it is definitely something that I think should be taken into consideration, just like everything else. We're not picking on anyone in particular. Right now, we have 4 people that were literally slaughtered to death and no one arrested. So, yeah, it's a little unsettling. And I'm on the other side of the country from them. So imagine living there, you know? So let's take a look at what he has to say here.
An interview, it seems like every 4 to 8 hours. And many of these different news agencies are putting what he has to say all over the airwaves. And they're not looking at the totality of the things that this guy says. He himself, not law enforcement, he says conflicting things constantly. And he says things that are very odd over and over again. I've worked a lot of different cases. I spoke to a lot of different law enforcement. In fact, one police officer who was a mayor of a town in Springfield and a 20-year police officer reached out to me yesterday and said he's never seen anyone that seemed like they have committed a homicide more than Mr. Gonsalves. Now that's something when we're looking at his statements that he is consistently making to the media. I'm just going to say it. It was leaked to me. I earned that. I paid for that funeral. I sent my daughter to college. She came back in a box. He went to when they had their service for all the 4 slain and made jokes and talked about the lighting. I mean, this individual is bothering me and many people very much. Mr. Gonsalves, he continues to push out there details about this crime that nobody really knows about, that there was a different types of attacks and ferocity amongst the different victims. The only person that said that is this same individual. And in the way that he talks about how his daughter and the other girl that was with her were sleeping in the same bed, that information was not released until he said it.
All right, well, sorry, I got a barking dog now. You guys think this guy's nuts? Or do you? Thank you so much, Jeff Marks. You're a listener, though. I'm glad you're here, Jeff. Thank you for your super chat. And Ms. DR, thank you. And Milika, thank you for subscribing.
We have to stand down.
And Jennifer Lynn Gibbs, thank you for your super chat. So do you think that he's wrong in what he's saying? The guy is giving interviews every 4-5 minutes.
I do think he needs to chill on his interviews. Rumors are not helping, and unfortunately, it seems like some are coming from families.
I mean, he came at him hard. Okay, I'm not coming at this dad like this. But I totally thought that this was crazy, that he went balls out at Steve what's his name? Calvis?
Yep.
I feel like he, I don't know, wanted to make his interview good or something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm on Fox News, so I'm going to make this, I'm going to give them all their bang for their buck.
Yeah, you're going to need that clickbait headline.
Someone wants to know if he's getting laid for interviews.
Ew.
I know who would even think of that when they look at him. Blah. Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to get your thoughts on that because I thought that was, shock factor. I thought that was pretty, out there.
I think it's just way too much to jump to any conclusions regarding just what we see in interviews.
Yes.
I mean,
and he's grieving.
We did the same thing with the Heidi Broussard case. Everybody was, oh no, it's the boyfriend, it's the boyfriend, it's the boyfriend. No,
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was her best friend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all of a TV interview. So, we kind of just got to remember that and not be so,
How you guys doing?
I don't know,
I kind of feel like
on the lookout for something.
I just kind of feel like, we're just watching people that have been thrust into a god awful situation. Like, I was thinking about this today and I was just like, what do we expect? Because I watched this FBI guy and I was like, what do we expect from, a parent of someone who was just brutally murdered in this way and they have no answers? What kind of behavior would we find, quote unquote, normal?
Yeah. I mean, where do you gauge that off of? This is something that this poor man has never been through in his life. And it's so traumatic.
Right. And I think back to, the girl I know that her daughter, April Millsap, was murdered. And I remember her reactions, I should say, because with every moment, it was a different emotion. So I saw that firsthand. Like, someone could be all way over here and then they could be way over here and totally contradicting themselves. And I think that this FBI guy should know that. He should know that under stress. Of course, someone might speak, contradictory and not realize it. Ooh, you think one of the cops did it?
Ooh,
I never thought of that, but God, don't even go there, the chief. Are the other parents providing interviews with so much details? Not at all. Not at all.
I believe the only other time we have heard any of the parents speak was at the memorials, correct?
I'm sorry, say that again. I'm sorry, I was reading something.
The only other time we've heard the other parents speaking was at the memorials. I don't think we've heard them do an interview like this.
No, nothing like this.
Stephen.
I think the only other family that really spoke out was Ethan's.
Oh, yes.
Jason Padula, he says, I just think he's experiencing extreme grief and probably not the brightest, but not for a second does he give me sus vibes. That's kind of batshit, actually. Danielle Marie, the freaking coroner, was contradicting herself too. Right, Danielle, the cops have contradicted themselves. It was targeted. It wasn't. That's one huge contradiction. Mystic Firefly. Coy Boy says, I'm trying to figure out what the dad meant by don't make me do it. Don't make me be the alpha. Like, what are you going to do? I think exactly what he did today was hired a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Threatened to sue.
Yep. And he was like, don't make me fucking do it. Do not make me do it. I don't want to have to do it. And I think that's exactly what he meant. I don't want to.
Just work with me here.
Give me some answers. And I don't think that he likes being in the dark. And I think he's just one of these kind of men that is not going to be pushed around even by LE. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this is CNN, and let's see what date this was conducted. 2 weeks ago. Okay, so this is 2 weeks after the murders, and this is the father, the son, and then the sister of Kaylee Goncalves.
Me, it's not real yet. I'm a bit in denial. I'm hoping for justice. That's why I'm trying to switch myself into that mode to try to find some justice. That's where I'm at.
I get it. Steve, Olivia?
Yeah, I just know my sister, she was a hard worker, and just sitting in my bed and crying myself to sleep isn't going to do her any justice. And that's not what she'd want me to do. She'd want me to stay active and doing what I can to spread her message and hope that we can find this suspect or suspects. And that's how I feel.
I get it. She's got a great smile. We keep showing that picture. I know your family's been frustrated with the investigation so far, understandably so. Here we are, a week and a half out, and really not much information about this. Does not appear to be a suspect. Tell me, Olivia, what specifically you've been frustrated with, because you did your own work here. For instance, you found video of the food truck, for example, where two of the victims were seen the same night as this killing.
Yeah, I would say, I think that obviously this is extremely personal for us, and we treated it that way from the very get-go. I know how valuable those first 48, 72 hours are. And I can only hope that the police also know how valuable that is, and that they have a lot of information there that just isn't public right now. I will say the one lingering frustration I have is the timeline. I know it's semantics, but my sisters got home at 1:56. It wasn't 1:45. I know it might not seem significant, but when we're looking for camera, when we're looking for dash footage, when we're looking for any of those things, I do feel it is valuable, and they did get home at 1:56. It was not 1:45.
Right. Well, there's one detail there.
So there's one contradiction right there. For some reason, we were told 1:45, and then they are the ones that uncovered 1:56. And she's right. A 10-minute difference is huge when you're asking people to look at surveillance or you're trying to track things down. And someone said, I think the sister's sus. And I want to say, you jump on me about the dad. I think she's acting like any of us would. I bet she watches true crime because she's acting like we would. I know how crucial those first 48 hours are. We all know that as well. She's in protective sister mode. That's what I see. And you know what? Someone else said, I wish I had a dad like that. And you know what? That is a really good point, because I was going to say, Heather, earlier, like, I don't know what it's like to have like an overprotective father, because my dad wasn't. Like, he was a father of 5 girls, and it was like over it. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't that type of person. We weren't like daddy's little girls. It wasn't that vibe in my family. So to me, that's not something that I'm used to. So maybe this is the typical overprotective father. I've just never seen anyone like that, but I've never also seen anyone in this predicament.
I mean, my dad, he would raise hell to find out what happened to me, but I am his little girl. I'm the only girl.
Well, I mean, if I was murdered, I'm sure my dad would have but I don't know if he would have gone this far. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, different personalities have different limits. You know?
I would be scared of my mom and dad if something happened to me. Really? Honestly, whoever killed me, I would feel so bad for them. Oh, yeah.
Mr. HJ would fuck them up, huh?
Oh yeah. They're both former Marines.
Jennifer, I do not see your message. I scrolled all the way back to it. Thank you for your super chat.
Oh no, I haven't.
I didn't see your request.
Shell sent it to me.
And Jennifer Lynn Gibbs, I appreciate you as well. Thank you.
She said, what I really want to see is the bottom window showing. Oh, wait, that's the second one she sent too. Can you possibly show the GT vid once they are in the window through a minute after they leave and maybe zoom in on one side where they are?
Sure.
What she really wants to see is the bottom window just showing their interactions.
Absolutely.
Right before she says
Okay.
F up.
Right before they leave?
Until about 1 to 2 minutes after the girls leave.
Oh, okay. Potato said she's talking about the Twitch feed we were watching last night, the bit we all thought was strange. We were literally watching it in slow-mo last night on Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a bird?
Yes, that was my bird. He's out of his cage and he won't
What
go
did
back
he
in.
do?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right, let's listen to the Goncal family. Let's finish this one.
Kaylee's mother has said she believes that the suspect, the killer, is someone Kaylee knew very well, and that the killer might even be at the vigil. Remarkable. I wonder, Steve, do you share that view?
It's speculation. My daughter was very popular. It seemed like everyone that I talked to said she knew everyone. They had parties. They were college kids. They were about to graduate. Yeah. So somebody could have partied in the house and got an idea or got the confidence to pull that off.
Steve, this question of a stalker, and I'm very conscious with this story of how many rumors have been circulating, and a lot of those rumors turn out to not be true. But Stephen, this discussion of the possibility she may have had a stalker, have police been able to stand that up, or not? They seem to be knocking that down.
Yeah, it seems to be knocked down. Obviously, any of that information would be new to us as well. Kaylee FaceTimed me. She didn't call or text. She FaceTimed me for literally hours, almost every single day. And she was extremely cautious. She was very vigilant. I think that she really would have noticed something and she would have said it to us. She wasn't, scared to get us involved in her life in any capacity like that.
I know you're frustrated with how much and how information, developments in the investigation are being shared with the public. Are they sharing anything with you that they're not sharing publicly, in light of the fact that this was your sister, this was your daughter?
I'm not getting anything. They're not sharing much with me. I know that there's a separation in duties there. They do have the FBI now, so I don't know how much the individuals that I'm talking with, which are the local, are actually exercising their different jurisdictions. I think they might not know a lot because, they have briefings, and if they haven't had a briefing, they probably don't know exactly what's going on.
Are they contacting you at all? Are they keeping you updated more than they are, say, on the website or with these press briefings?
To be honest, they're not. I mean, yesterday I asked about the stalker question, and they couldn't confirm anything. And then today I hear that they're reaching out to the community saying that there's a stalker involved. So I don't know what to make of that.
It's a lot of
sorry, go ahead, Steve.
Purposely, they're just so vague with everything that they say, and then they slowly peel it back layer until you find the real story. It all started with a sharp-edged weapon. What was the use in telling the community that a sharp-edged weapon was used instead of just coming out and telling us that it was a knife from the beginning? I don't understand the purposeness of being so vague. You're not holding the integrity of the case together by not telling anybody anything.
I understand you have frustrations for how police and investigators have handled the crime scene. What are those frustrations specifically?
Well, they expanded it, and there was volunteers that walked around, and they disclosed that they were looking and found different things. So, they did share with me that may have more to do with keeping cameras out than it actually does with evidence gathering. So I hope that is indeed the case, because it would be pretty disheartening a week later to know that they didn't have the right crime scene.
One of the mother of one of the surviving roommates, so reminding our viewers, there were 2 roommates who were upstairs and survived this, told a reporter that those roommates heard something that night. Have you been told? Have you heard from sharing with other relatives of the other victims what that was exactly?
No, I would say for us that we did hear those rumors, but right now we can only leave it at that. None of that has ever been confirmed to us.
We have not spoke with the roommates.
Yeah.
The surviving roommates, and they were downstairs.
Wait, what did he say, that he did speak with them or didn't?
To clarify that for you, sir.
Okay, downstairs, right, on a different floor from where it appears where the murders took place. One consistent thing, and granted, there's been some, changes, as you note, in how the police have described this. One consistent descriptor has been that the attack was targeted. Do you know if police believe one person in the house was the target of this attack, or all 4?
I've been told it's one, but then again, there's the vagueness. Like, it's like purposely vague, I'm hoping, but it confuses everyone.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows what that really means, other than maybe somebody had a different kind of attack footprint.
Yeah.
So, I feel like we just want some more. We all want to play a part in helping, and we can't play a part if we don't have any real substantial information to work from.
Yeah, I get it. You want to help. I mean, Olivia, you found video that has been helpful in this investigation. I'm sure you do want to help. Has anyone indicated to you that if it was indeed one person targeted, was Kaylee the target? Has anybody shared that with you?
They won't confirm who that was to us.
The police, that is.
We've heard the rumor that that's the case, but it's just a rumor at this point.
Tons and tons of rumors, but nothing from the police.
And I'll say I think a lot of those rumors do stem from all of the vagueness, and it's human nature to want answers. It's human nature to kind of put forth a theory so that you can even comprehend it in your brain. And so I think that's how we're getting all of some of these really, really off the wall theories, and some of these theories like Kaylee had a stalker, that even we're sitting here scratching our head saying, no, it couldn't be. If it was, it would be news to us.
Yeah.
That's right.
I am sure it is frustrating. Your family has been very outspoken in support of Jack. He's Kaylee's ex-boyfriend. And on the Moscow police website, he is not listed, notably, as someone who has been cleared in the investigation. To your knowledge, is that significant?
No, I don't personally think so, because I think that there's the entire rest of the world that's also not on that list of people who have been cleared,
right?
Including Maddie's boyfriend, including any associates of Xana or Ethan that might not be involved. I don't find that significant at all.
And there were a number of phone calls to him that night, and you say that would have been typical behavior for Kaylee, that she often would call friends, folks, for a whole bunch of things.
At any time, multiple times, until I would pick up at 3 a.m. and be like, Kaylee, what?
Yeah.
And some of the last footage of her at that food court, she's on her phone 24/7 filming the whole thing. So she lived on that phone. So
it sounds like you're saying that the delays here in sharing information, the delays in, well, frankly, making more progress on the investigation, mean the police have lost their best opportunity, right? I think, Olivia, you were saying that those early hours and days are key. That's when you can make real progress. Do you believe that they've missed their best chance here, or may have?
Not only is that's just not a matter of opinion, that's a matter of fact. If you look statistically at homicide cases, those first 10 days are so incredibly important in finding a suspect. They determine almost 9 out of 10 times, I believe it was, if you'll find a suspect. So that's not very encouraging to hear that they want to cast this wide net of suspects now, and people we know have no involvement.
Can you?
Okay. So here in that one, I feel like they're just, utter desperation. They just feel completely helpless, and they want to help. They want to catch whoever did this.
They want to do what they can.
And they also say that, and they are confused about the stalker thing. They're like, what? Like, that's news to us. But one thing that I did notice when the reporter read, or the anchor read, a quote from Kaylee's mom, that she thought that the perp would be at this vigil. And we looked at an interaction last night at the vigil between the dad and Jack, the boyfriend of Kaylee, or ex-boyfriend, whatever. Jack D, correct? Jack DeCoeur. So we're going to talk about that, but
Correct.
we're going to watch his speech, and then at the end of his speech is when we see this interaction. And I just want to preface this by saying, when he makes the joke about the lighting and he talks about the designer purses and the shoes and the high heel shoes, I want to just say, looking at his daughter, it sounds to me like he knew her like the back of his hand.
So I can let everybody know the main reason I'm up here today is so that everybody can understand what we lost. I hope to be able to make you laugh, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to cry because we lost 4 beautiful souls. And the 2 that I'm up here to talk about are the ones I knew. And when I started thinking about how I was gonna tell these people what their souls were like and the things that they shared with me, I started thinking that this is going to be really tough. So I did what you guys do. I Googled it. I went in and I looked for the most beautiful things in the world. I looked for some kind of inspiration. I knew I should have took creative writing a lot more serious because I was in trouble. But I came up with the 7 wonders of the world, and I seen them and I looked at them for inspiration. And I prayed to my girls and I said, you're gonna have to help me here. I'm struggling. And they just came to me and they told me there should be another wonder in the world. And I said, all right, help me here. And they said, it's the wonder of the relationship of a father and his daughter. And I said, all right, that is pretty wonderful. And you start wondering the minute they put that baby in your hand, you wonder what you're gonna do. And you wonder how you're gonna feed them and how you're gonna take care of them. And then you wonder why your wife's yelling at you because you're feeding your baby a hamburger. You know, it's like, and then you wonder, how am I gonna understand and make this the best opportunity for both of us? And you start seeing the world through the girl's eyes. And as a father, it's a little bit scary. You start seeing like the world starts having like this purple haze, and there's puppies and there's kitties and there's all these weird movies you have to watch, and they start crying all the time. But you start falling in love with this world that they built. You see this world and it changes, and you don't have pickup trucks and all these footballs. You start seeing the beauty of what they have and what makes them special. So when I was trying to see this world and I was trying to picture what my daughter would want me to say, she would want to say that she loved designer purses and brand new shoes and all these things. So that's the world as I see it now, and I never want to see it any other way. And yeah, one of the things is my girls, they gave me a sense like, don't go up there and embarrass us. And I was like, really? All right. And they're like, you just can't be a Chad dad. And I'm like, a Chad dad? But I do think I probably do need to talk to a manager in here for these lighting conditions, because It's not working. So I'm going to embarrass her a little bit, but I want everyone to know that these girls were absolutely beautiful. They had been friends since 6th grade. We both put them in a charter academy. They felt like they were being punished. 6th grade, they just found each other, and every day they did homework together. They came to our house together. They shared everything. They convinced us, they made a proposal to go to high school, to a regular high school. So then they went to high schools together. Then they started looking at colleges. They came here together. They eventually get into the same apartment together. And in the end, they died together in the same room, in the same bed. And it's a shame, and it hurts. But the beauty of the two always being together is something that it comforts us. It lets us know that they were with their best friends in the whole world. It's like a book. It's like some kind of terrible chapter, but there's beauty in it. And we're going to get our justice. We're going to figure this stuff out. This community deserves that. And when I look at all you guys, there's only one way for this to get a little better, to heal a little bit. There's pain everywhere. You're just going to have to love each other. You guys are just going to have to hug each other. You're going to have to be a little awkward, and you're just going to have to share. And the only cure to pain is love. That's the only thing that's going to heal us. That's the only thing that's going to heal you. So all I challenge you in the next week, the next days, is just go out of your way and tell someone you love them. Love the people in your room that you go back to, your apartments, your house. And that will make a difference. And that's something that they can see where they're at right now. That you changed your life just a little bit, and you were a little bit nicer and a little bit kinder. Thank you.
I'd now like to invite Ben Mogan, father of Maddie, to the stage.
Okay, so this is Maddie's dad, and then I believe that Maddie's mom is remarried, but we're not going to watch him right now because that's not our focus tonight. Where was the end where Jack comes up? Heather, where is that?
Was that in the other interview or the other memorial video?
I thought it was this one. No?
I think it was the other one we watched. Where's Tato?
I don't know. I'll get it from JLR. 'Cause I know he played the clip. Where is it? I figured it would be easier to find, but he's got a shit ton of videos. I'm never going to find it. If you guys can find that, I don't know. Okay, so hold on. The next one we're going to watch is from, that's the most recent. We don't want to go there yet. Here's another one with the Post.
There's a couple things that tell me
Fox News again.
With common sense, but I'm not a professional, so I want to specify that. But they've said the entry point was the slider or the window. It was in the middle floor. So to me, he doesn't have to go upstairs. His entry and exit are available without having to go upstairs or downstairs. Looks like he probably may have not gone downstairs. We don't know that for sure, but he obviously went upstairs. So I'm using logic that he chose to go up there when he didn't have to. And I can kind of tell by my daughter's texts, messages. She did call 911. She wasn't saying anything along the lines of like she had heard something or she was in fear. So I'm just putting the dots together.
Who else would like to get a new metal roof installed for $0?
Not me. Why did that cut off like that? That's weird. Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen this video here. Creepy, huh? I've never seen these. This would be interesting to go through, you know, in slow motion and pause them and look. Bella. I haven't seen views like this. Unfortunately, when I pause, it pulls up these thoughts. There we go. So there's that area from that little road back there that we were talking about before. So there's one of the dumpsters, and while we're talking about dumpsters, we did see something last night that was interesting. That's a view I haven't seen before. Pretty illuminated in there, huh? Let's see. Why do you guys think that they're sloppy? I don't know why you guys are being so critical of the investigators. I see this in every case we follow. People think they're going to get instantaneous results and answers when all this shit takes time. Especially when you have 4 people. But they're all over that window right there, too. There's the scissoring stools in front of the door wall.
I still haven't heard about that.
No, I mean, is that like blocking them in? You know, who did that? I'm dying to know about that. Okay, so the next one was what now? What was I going to play next? I'm losing my mind. Oh, we were going to talk about the trash. Okay, so last night we're reading through some things, and we come across this. And it's on the Daily Mail, and it says, did Idaho police bungle murder weapon search? Hazmat-suited cops are forced to dig through trash mountain after sanitation truck mixed garbage with from neighbors with that from the home where 4 students were murdered. And yes, you heard that right. We only heard from the police that they emptied 4 dumpsters, right? Or 3 dumpsters, rather. They collected the garbage in 3 dumpsters. Well, guess what? It was a little bit bumbled. So cops in Moscow, Idaho, allowed a garbage truck filled with trash to collect a dumpster from the house where 4 University of Idaho students were knifed to death before it had been searched. The error made the search for the knife used in the gruesome attack that much more difficult. So maybe this can explain some of Kaylee's dad's frustrations. Police.
Oh, I can certainly understand it.
Police have been searching for that knife, referred to as an edged weapon, by Jim Fry, the town's police chief, in trash cans around the area where the 4 students were found dead Sunday morning. Exclusive DailyMail.com photos show cops in a desperate conversation with garbage men from Inland North Waste, which eventually resulted in hazmat-suited officers having to search the full contents of the truck. The Tuesday morning incident also saw separate trash trucks brought in to collect the contents of another 2 trash containers near the house before the vehicles drove away in convoy with the 3 cop cars. DailyMail.com photographed the trucks arriving at the waste depot 10 minutes later, and police were sifting through the trash bags in search of the murder weapon. No one has talked about this. Hold on one second.
Yeah. Did you spill it on your computer? Mm-hmm. That's because the dog is sniffing the bird, and he doesn't want him to do that. You can have him. He is. On the other end. Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah. His name is Sunny. He's a cockatiel. Sunny bird. Yep. And he has 2 little orange, like, suns on his cheeks. Yes, thank you. Well, didn't her father say the sliding door or a window?
Another one bites the dust.
Um, it's in our texts. It's in our texts. Tato just sent it. Wait, Jay is muted?
Oh my God, I was muted.
Oh my lord.
Oh my God. T. Stelly says, someone fill me in. What are we listening to?
You're listening to me apparently have a
Jesus,
one-sided
I did.
conversation with someone you can't
I
hear.
spilled Coke on my keyboard, you guys. And then I think it muted me. Can you guys hear me now, though? I hope. I spilled a whole can of Coke.
Has been
Since
for
we were
a
talking about
while.
Sunny.
The past 5 minutes. Oh my god.
You know what? I can't.
At least I thought I was just talking to chat, so they didn't think I was crazy. Talking to myself.
Well, it was funny because I asked you, I was like, they want to know what your bird's name is. And then you're like, it's Sunny. So you were like basically answering their question. So it probably sounded pretty natural. Good job, HJ. You played it off. Okay, we've got the celebration of life, but I thought that was pretty mind blowing that they fucked up the garbage thing. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's a huge fuck up.
That is oh, excuse me. Still getting over this cough. That's Maddie's mother, correct? Maddie's mother and stepfather. Okay, so here is the celebration of life. But what I wanted to pay attention to was the ending here. So I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill or anything. Why does my screen look so fucking weird? Look at the size. It's like all crazy looking. I feel like my computer needs a restart. You know how you get that feeling like it's just like,
well, you just spilled Coke all over it.
No, but it was doing this before. It's like stuck. Like I cannot make my windows smaller or bigger. I can't do anything with it. It's really weird. But anyway, I want you guys to pay attention here at the end. Jack DeCoeur walks up and he embraces the mom and he's staring right at her dad, but dad just kind of blows him off. So I don't know if he liked him before. Who knows? Who knows? Overprotective dad may not have liked any boyfriends. Who knows? Because he never mentions, that this boyfriend was, love of her life. They're best friends, yada, yada, yada. Like, he does not mention. He only mentions Maddie.
Do it alone. And I thank you guys all for here and starting that process right here in our own little community. Thank you, guys.
All right, let's slow that down so you can get a better look. He comes out right at the end. I'm going to actually mute it so it doesn't sound all weird. But watching the body language is interesting. And then I'm thinking about like mom saying she thinks that the killer would come to the vigil. And she thought that the killer would be someone her daughter knows well. But dad clearly is keeping a lot of space. And mom too. I mean, she embraced him and then she just kind of kept going. Jimmy May, dad did not like the boyfriend, that's all. And you know, I can get that. And I probably would understand that, but she's deceased. And she was brutally killed. And in that moment, like, you're going to love anyone who loved your child. Tide fans, thank you for subscribing. And Elizabeth Zyka, thank you. Do you know what I'm saying? You are going to want to surround yourself with people who loved your child as much as you did, or almost. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want to surround yourself with those people.
You're going to want to share the happy memories, and you're going to want that around you, no matter what.
Yep. I don't think you're going to hold grudges because you're, you know, an overprotective father and you just didn't like the boyfriend. I feel like he looks down at his wife like, oh my gosh, he's touching my wife. And then he gives them the look from hell. Definitely an odd interaction there. And we have exactly great grandma. We have no idea why they broke up. Because if you remember early on, I thought that the reasoning that they gave about, that her mother gave about the breakup was a little odd. And the reason I say that is because they blamed Kaylee. The mom and the sister blamed Kaylee. And I thought, that's a really weird thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter and your sister was just slaughtered to death. And you're saying they broke up because Kaylee was a brat. I don't know, man. I just feel like things are being said possibly to make someone feel more comfortable, to make someone feel like they're not on the radar, to make them, you know, make a mistake. You think he's upset because he didn't answer the phone? The thing that's weird to me, you guys, is that wasn't he the ride home? Wasn't he the private party ride home?
I don't know where you heard that because I don't.
Oh, okay. That's the one we couldn't confirm, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't seen it anywhere that they said it was him.
Did you guys in chat put a 1 in chat if you've heard that Jack D was the guy that picked up them from the food truck in the black or dark sedan? I don't like how Jack has his arm around mom and is looking at dad like, And let's not forget that Kaylee was getting ready to move. She was moving on with her life. Jim Bob, probably from the autopsy and the medical examiner's report, it depends on where they were stabbed, that it would be quick. So he was supposedly sleeping. It was a pledge pickup service, Mary. Yeah, he does not like this dude's hands on his wife. That's just the feeling I get. I would love to ask Steve. Let's watch it again. Thank you, Golden Fire, for subscribing.
This is Jack Decor.
Liqueur. Yes, this is Jack D. This is Kaylee's on again, off again boyfriend. Yeah, if Dad suspected him, I don't know if that dude would even be living. Golden Fire said, I've heard a few times that they used a ride service through the sorority to get home. Okay, cool. I don't know where I heard it was him. Must have just been one of those rumors, you know?
Yeah, because I thought he was out of town. Like, I thought it was confirmed he wasn't anywhere near Moscow.
Here it comes. Dad sees. Watch when he sees. He's like, whoa. He even steps back. I don't know. It's just on again, off again. But they were young too, you know? It's not like they were in their 30s. Oh, he may have possibly, Kaleidohope says that he may have seen things in her phone and read things in her phone. Yeah, I mean, a dad like that, something as simple as, you know, him saying you're an F&B or something would totally trigger him. You know what I'm saying? He would be so triggered by that. All right, let's see what our next one is. There's not too many more. We're getting there. This is more of a recent one. So this is him talking about the fact that it was either his daughter or Maddie that was targeted.
There's a couple things that tell me with common sense.
Oh, did we watch this one?
But, I'm not a professional, so I want to specify that. But they've said the entry point was the slider or the window. It was in the middle floor. So to me, he doesn't have to go upstairs. His entry and exit are available without having to go upstairs or downstairs. Looks like he probably may have not gone downstairs. We don't know that for sure, but he obviously went upstairs. So I'm using logic that he chose to go up there when he didn't have to. And
wait, what does he mean? He chose to go up there when he didn't have to. And this part about he didn't have to go downstairs and he didn't have to go upstairs. Is he thinking that Xana and Ethan were the target?
Not having to go upstairs or downstairs. Looks like he probably.
Why would he not have to go upstairs or downstairs if the two girls were on the third floor and they were the targets? Listen to this. Listen to this again.
Specify that, but they've said the entry point was the slider or the window. It was in the middle floor. So to me, he doesn't have to go upstairs. His entry and exit are available without having to go upstairs or downstairs. Looks like he probably may have not gone downstairs. We don't know that for sure.
Oh, I see what he's saying. So he means if he had went in the front door, he would have to go upstairs, like up the stairs. And who knows if those stairs are like loud. So that makes sense. But when he says he goes in the back slider door and doesn't need to go up or down, I thought Xana and Ethan were the only ones on the second floor. See, this is confusing to me.
The window, it was in the middle floor. So to me, he doesn't. A couple things that tell me with common sense, but I'm not a professional, so I want to specify that. But they've said the entry point was the slider or the window. It was in the middle floor. So to me, he doesn't have to go upstairs. His entry and exit are available without having to go upstairs or downstairs. Looks like he probably may have not gone downstairs. We don't know that for sure, but he obviously went upstairs. So I'm using logic that he chose to go up there when he didn't have to. And I can kind of tell by my daughter's texts, messages. She did call 911. She wasn't saying anything along the lines.
He chose to go up there when he didn't have to. That's what confused me.
Of like she had heard something or she was in fear. So I'm just putting the dots together.
Why does it cut it off every time? Here's the crime scene ones again, you guys. Someone wanted to see these. I don't know why that keeps cutting off those interviews. I don't know if that's the end of it. It didn't seem like it. He went upstairs when he didn't have to?
Yeah, I don't get
Well,
that.
someone said he went upstairs and that is why she was the target. I still don't understand it.
It's just the when he didn't have to part that gets me.
Oh, he didn't have to get inside the house. In other words, if it was like a robbery, he wouldn't have had to even go near them.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. And he said she didn't call 911. He said she would have. So he didn't think, that she was scared at that given time. The big guy, Joe DeVito, he has made TikToks. All right, let's listen to that again because I'm seeing a lot of people heard two different things. I want to make sure we don't leave here more confused than we arrived. What happened to the video? Weren't we just watching a fucking video on this? That's so bizarre. It isn't a video anymore. So he says here, I'm putting the dots together. This is a quote. And the ways that his daughter and Mogen were killed, quote, don't match.
I had the opportunity to speak to some of my sources, and I've been told that there were differences in the way that the victims were killed. Some were more severe than the other. And this week we heard the target attack walk back and then reverse it back to it being a target attack. What can you tell us about the targeted attack?
They have told us that it was targeted, but they told us they can't tell who. We asked specifically, and they said, we'll try to get that information to you. And they got back to us a day or so later, and they said, we're sorry, we can't give you that information. But then a day later, we saw in the news that it was not targeted, or they think the whole house was targeted. But
I'll cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Their means of death don't match.
Maddie's
They don't.
and Kaylee's cause of death, it does not match based on the autopsy report.
They don't match.
Would indicate that one of them.
He doesn't have to
may
go
have
up
been
the
target.
steps. Let's stop playing games, guys. I need somebody to step up and be an alpha. Be somebody to be a leader. Don't make me do it. I don't want to do it. He doesn't have to go up the steps. Their points of damage don't match. I'm just gonna say it. It wasn't leaked to me. I earned that. I paid for that funeral. I paid for that. It's my right. You ain't taking that from me.
Calm down.
If you don't want to say nothing, that's your bet. But don't say I'm leaking anything. I paid that bill.
Ooh, she told him to calm down. I feel his frustration though. He knows about the injuries because he orchestrated the funeral or the cremation. All right, here's the next one. More Steve. Exclusive with Fox too. Fox pays for interviews as well. Don't forget the laundry case. They paid to be in that neighbor's yard for weeks and weeks.
Reach your goal. ConnectWithFlex.com.
Thank you, AJ. We now head to Ashley Soriano.
So many students, of course, are impacted by this shocking murder. So how are they holding up today?
Good evening, Hannah and Brian. Well, students have returned to campus after Thanksgiving, and they're not just worried about their grades with 2 weeks.
Okay, funny, we heard about 45%. What was it, Potato? Like 45% of the students didn't come back.
Left in the semester. The campus remains on edge as the killer is
right
still
around,
on
I
the
think
loose.
45 was the
Police
high.
still have
Yeah.
no suspect in custody or even a person of
25 to
interest.
40%.
I think everyone would feel safer if they found who did it. And also, it just is kind of like, it definitely changes campus. Like, it's a lot quieter around here.
With little information on who the suspect might be, students on campus are alert, and so is the rest of the community. Since November 13th, the Moscow Police Department has received 78 calls for unusual circumstances, up from 70 for all of October, and 36 welfare check requests in 2 weeks, up from 18 for all last month.
I've seen like a lot of police around, and just like, it seems like everyone's pretty vigilant. So I'm not too concerned, but obviously like they haven't found the person, so there's still like a threat.
Students have the option to finish out the semester online, and police have increased security since the 4 fatal stabbings.
I feel safer on campus. Like, I've noticed that there's a lot more campus security, so I'm feeling good. I feel like I can just walk around and feel like safe wherever I'm going.
Aaron Snell, a spokesperson with the Idaho State Police, sat down with Fox's Lawrence Jones cross country over the weekend, maintaining this was a targeted attack.
There we go, targeted.
Yet police won't say exactly who was the target because it's, quote, pertinent to the investigation.
We recognize there's fear in the community. Ultimately, there is a person or persons that is in either our community.
Are they literally advertising for cops while doing this?
Or someone else's community who's committed 4 murders. And so people need to be alert and aware.
Some have asked whether these killings are related to a 1999 double stabbing in Pullman, Washington, and another in 2021 in Salem, Oregon. But police have said they don't have any evidence to suggest this, and there will be a candlelight vigil tomorrow evening.
But them saying, oh, we have no evidence to suggest that doesn't mean it's not. All right.
More than
Here's
3
the lawyer
weeks after
news.
his daughter and 3 roommates were murdered in Idaho.
This is the latest.
Father Stephen Gonsalves is now making some potentially bombshell revelations. He tells Fox that although the coroner says all 4 victims were stabbed, he doesn't think that his daughter Kaylee and her best friend died in the same way. He also says he believes both of them were targeted. Police have not named a suspect, announced any motive for the killings, or found any murder weapon. Joining us now is Phil Holloway, criminal defense attorney and former assistant district attorney. He's also a former police officer, so clearly he knows a lot about this and is well qualified to speak to all of this. Phil, Steve Gonsalves, let's take this a piece at a time. First of all, says he thinks that Kaylee and Madison Mogen were targeted because the killer entered the house through a second-floor sliding glass door and then proceeded to go upstairs where his daughter and her friend were sleeping. What do you think?
Well, good afternoon, John. Of course, this is heartbreaking. And look, there is no grief like the grief of a parent who has lost a child, certainly who's lost a child in this horrible fashion. And it's natural for victims' families to get very frustrated. Those of us in the media, we're all frustrated because the police are just not releasing a lot. But we have to consider that this young woman's father doesn't have really the picture of everything that the police have. They have to keep a lot of their information very close to the vest. They have to protect the integrity of their investigation, and that means they cannot release information like what somebody's alibi might have been or what exactly they might have found inside the house, because if you fast forward to next week or next month or next year when they have a suspect and they're interrogating that suspect, and if the person divulges information that has not been discussed here on television or out in the media, then they know that they're on the right track and they have the right person potentially in custody. So they've got to play this close to the vest.
Steve Gonsalves acknowledged that the police weren't telling him a whole lot, but I guess he had maybe a combination of what he knew and a gut feeling as well, where he said that the deaths of his daughter and Madison Mogen did not match. He didn't elaborate, but here's what he said. Listen here.
Their points of damage don't match. I'm just going to say it. It wasn't leaked to me. I earned that. I paid for that funeral. Sent my daughter to college to get an education. She came back in the box, and I can speak on that.
Yeah, I sent my daughter to college to pay for an education. She came back in a box. Clearly, he is hurting, and his wife is hurting.
Well, no
the
shit.
entire
Of
family
course
is
they're
hurting.
hurting.
The
Okay.
family-
Talking heads. All right. We're going to watch some grub truck video. Thank you, Sparker. Thank you, Bo, for subscribing and love for animals. You guys are the bestest. We've got another ad.
KB, it's
You guys want to see the chat
have to
or
stand
no?
down.
I'm not really interested in the chat. And the death by garlic is a dish. I saw someone say that earlier.
Yeah, it's a macaroni and cheese, one of their
Oh, we're still in slow mode from
dishes they
last
serve.
night. Okay, so you're going to want to watch. I wish I could stretch this out. It will not allow me to make it bigger. It's pissing me off. I don't know why. Okay, so the girls are ordering their food. I'm going to skip fast forward to where they're like waiting for the food because that's the part we were wanting to look at. Look, Big Boy's eating right there, Heather.
Is he? Is he eating?
He's eating. He's got his container. That's after they left. Okay, that's after they left. Let me go back because we're going to watch them right before they leave. It's actually kind of chilling because you know that their ride is like, hurry up or whatever, you know, he said. This is so confusing. Okay, there's Kaylee. If you look at the bottom left, you can see her really well. That girl's about to bump into her. She's like, back off, lady. Back off, girl. Why am I not finding it, Heather?
Oh, I don't know why it's skipping ahead. Why it's doing that.
Okay, bottom left, you're going to see Maddie. You can see her in her black coat by Big Boy. And hoodie guy is standing in that like line of people facing the big guy. The big guy in the little coat. And then we're going to watch big guy in a little coat as well. Like Maddie's holding up the food truck right now. But see, big guy did some TikToks and he says, "Oh, they were trying to climb in the grub truck." But who's this kid in the jersey down here touching Maddie? Remember we saw him hug her earlier, Heather?
Yep.
Do you see him all up on her right now? Bottom left.
I don't because I'm behind.
Do you guys see that? His name is Joe. Okay, well, she had a girlfriend, right? Or a boyfriend, I mean. She had a boyfriend. Why is he all up on her like that? Fat guy in a little coat. Yeah, Joe Vidot is kind of sus, in my opinion.
Oh.
Huh?
I don't agree.
You don't think Joe Vidot is a little sus? Okay,
No.
HJ thinks he's not, but I think he is a little bit. Why did he exaggerate so much? Why did he say the girls were trying to climb in the thing? He said he was sober. I know, Joe Vidot. How come I never noticed all these guys flanking Maddie? How do you know, Janice? How do you guys know? Yeah, he said he wasn't drunk. Oh, I'm not saying he did it. I just think he's kind of sus. Joe Vidot. September, you can send it to jisforjustice@gmail.com. Kate agrees with me. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, Toy Airy. Are guys just like that around vulnerable drunk girls? He called drunk people zombies. Yeah, he said that's why they have
That's why they have the live
Yes.
stream. So people can basically laugh at them.
the zombies. God. Reminds me of the Valo situation. Dare I say that?
Ew.
Oops. So the girls are now gone, right? Yeah, because look, Jersey guy stayed there and he's like hanging out with another girl. He's just a flirt, probably.
Nope.
I don't know why it keeps skipping. But why is that kid wearing a tank top and shorts? See, there's that Jersey guy. He's left there by himself. Oh, him and one other guy are standing there. Look at big boy's putting in another order. He's like, give me another one of those death by garlic. What's his name? Joe Vido?
Vido.
Joe Vido. Joe Vido. Oh, man, did he delete his videos?
Oh, did he? Let me look.
He did. They're
He
gone.
did?
Video currently unavailable. Son of a gun.
Oh, yeah, they
Somebody
are all
had to have saved
gone.
them. Right? They're gone, dude. We didn't save them.
Nope.
Oh, here, somebody has them. Deets on the streets. I'll give him credit. Deets on the streets is on it.
Hey, Joe here. I just wanted to jump on this and make a video real quick. And kind of just squash some stuff that I've been seeing. So, first and foremost, I feel super awkward that I even have to make this video. But I've been like not really keeping track of all of the stuff that's going on with this investigation for those girls that were killed. And
Wait, he says he hasn't. I'm just gonna say it. He says he hasn't been keeping up on it. But why is he even speaking then?
To start off, like the very next day when they had announced the murders and when they had shown the photos, as soon as I saw the photos, I messaged the two people that were in that video that I was talking to, my neighbor and then another guy that we had met earlier that night who I thought was really cool. And we invited him to come with us to Grub Bus. And I was like, hey, weren't two of these girls at the Grub Bus with us last night? And they couldn't remember, but...
Hold on. I want to say something to whoever said he's the dad of a single dad or something. Chris Watts was the father of 2, almost 3 children as well. That doesn't mean shit to me.
They were also very drunk, and I was not. So I did have, there's a drink called a Larry Craig. That's like a really popular drink over here. I did have one of those at Corner Club, but I mean, other than that, I was totally sober. When they confirmed that those were the girls, the only reason I knew that it was those girls was because I saw the video that said, oh, they were seen at this thing. Because I actually called the police right away and was like, hey, I think I might have information. I just need to know like what was one of the girls wearing, because I remember one of them had like pink, because the one that bumped into me at Corner Club was wearing pink. But nobody called me back from the police, and I was like, okay, they're probably swamped with information, probably whatever. But then when the video came out and people were like, no, those were the girls, and those two people were like, dude, those were the girls, I was like, okay, I'm gonna physically go to the police station and talk to the police. I told the police everything I saw, which is different than what I think is going out there right now. And I was just waiting for food. I'm just like everybody else in town that waits for food at the Grub Bus. It does take a while. Everybody goes there. And so that was kind of the thing. It was like, no, if you're ending the night, you end it at Grub Bus. But other than that, I don't really have any like crazy information. I don't know why everybody's reaching out to me. I don't know why so many people are trying to spin things around. And so what I've decided to do is that I'm only commenting on things that are like ridiculous, so try and give clarity. But man, people are really turning this into something it's not. Um, yeah. So I want to address a few things specifically. One being the news article that came out was the first person that I actually like talked to with the news media. A lot of media outlets have reached out to me, and I've just ignored them because I just was like, man, I just was waiting for food. Like I have nothing to add.
A lot of you are saying it doesn't look like the same guy in the video. Why do you think that? Yeah, who's reaching out to him? Obviously not Fox, because they would have paid him. But I don't know who's saying he does something for a living, but he actually, if you go to his Facebook, it says he owns a sporting goods company. Have you guys not looked at his Facebook? I don't even use Facebook, and I know this. Get out of the groups, get out of the rumors, and look at the peeps. Do you guys remember the name of his company? Was it River Country? Yeah, River Country Products. This is his business right here. This is Joe Vado, musician. What are you talking about? Musician? VP Marketing and Communications at River Country Products, outdoor and sporting goods company. Where do you get what you're saying? Musician. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where you guys are getting musician. He says it. See, the thing is, Poker 26, huge rewards are not always the best thing. The bigger they get, the more sus it gets. So there's not a whole lot on here, but he is kind of he's into like church and stuff. But yeah, it says he's the VP Marketing and Communications at River Country Products, which is sporting goods. We looked and we didn't see that they sold any knives, so.
No.
But yeah, he works for a sporting goods company. High quality hiking, camping, and backpacking gear. And they test all their products in the Cascade Mountains. Oh God, can you imagine the reward when there's psychics involved and stuff? Okay, let's keep watching.
I've given all the helpful information I can to the police. It would make zero sense for me to give any more information to random people. But these rumors that are going around were just like crazy. And I didn't have a bad vibe from the guy that people were dragging through the mud.
What are you guys getting at? I see you guys saying this doesn't look like the same guy.
I don't know if he did it or not. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I could speak to the vibe I got from him, which was all people really wanted to know at first anyways. And I thought he was fine. Now, the news outlet that I talked to, I mean, he really embellished some stuff I said and added his own words to things and kind of changed the verbiage. I wasn't defending anybody. That's one thing he said. I wasn't defending him. I was just saying people need to stop spreading rumors because that could ruin his life. What if he's innocent? It would ruin his life. The other thing he said is that I noticed him come in with the girls. I didn't notice him come in with the girls. I didn't notice him till I cracked the joke to the frat guys because I thought it was ridiculous freezing outside and that guy was in a tank top. So I just made a joke because that's how I make friends. I don't know. But that's when the guy chimed in and I noticed him. I didn't notice him until that moment. When I was at Corner Club, when I said ew, some people were like, "Why? That's such a weird thing to say. Why would a guy?" That's what you say when you're standing talking to friends and somebody really drunk, like they smell drunk, they're like bouncing around and they bump into you and like rub up against you. Like that's it's gross. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but she was really, I mean, you could even see in the Grub Bus video, she walked between us several times and just couldn't even walk straight. That girl was very drunk. She's actually the only one that I thought was really drunk. And she was the only one I noticed at Corner Club because she had bumped into me. Another thing that was weird is that the guy who was interviewing me from the Daily Mail or whatever it was, he said glass-eyed, and I was like, sure, yeah, like that. I didn't actually even use that word. That was his word. And then as far as the car goes, yeah, there's a car that pulled up. I couldn't remember what it was. I couldn't remember if it was black, blue, gray. I couldn't remember. I just remember that a car pulled up. So yeah, so I didn't know what color the car was. It was dark. And I just felt like when I told the guy, I said it was a dark car, I couldn't remember what color it was. And I think when I was at the police station, I couldn't remember what color it was. They asked me to. And yeah, so, but the Daily Mail guy was like, no, you need to, like, was it blue? Was it black? I was like, I can't remember if it was blue or black. I can't remember. He's like, we'll just say dark colored car. And I was like, okay. I was like, I think it was a 4-door sedan, but this guy got out and was like, hey, let's go. What's going on? Because the girls were making videos and laughing and they were trying to grab all the food. Every time food was coming out from the Grub Bus, they were just trying to grab it. And they thought funny, and I mean it was a little funny, but they were trying to grab all the food that was coming out. And when I went up and I talked to the guy at the Grub Bus, I said, did you just give them food? Because he just said, here you go, like that, and gave them food, and then they ran off. I actually told the Grub Bus, I was like, he's like, yeah, they just need to get, they need to get home. And I was like, yeah, they were trying to climb into the Grub Bus. So, I mean, very drunk. And then honestly, as soon as they called my number, I told the guy, I said, they're leaving, bro. And then because they called my number, all I could think about was pasta. I couldn't think about anything else other than just eating macaroni and cheese. And that was it. I didn't give any other thoughts. I didn't think anything else about it. Yeah. Some people have said that, like, I've seen some people say, like, oh, I think it's suspicious how much Joe remembers. I'm an adult. Like, as soon as I realized that those were the girls that we saw there, I tried my best to remember everything and recount it from that night because I knew that it would help in the investigation. Some people said, oh, Joe might have been the suspect. Dude, I have cameras in my house. I literally have the time I walked in my house. We're still alive at that point. And I have a can of soda that I had in my video, have it in my hands, walking into my house. So, yeah, it wasn't me, I promise. And other people were saying that I was excited about, like, a claim to fame or something like that. What is wrong with you? That's such a disgusting thing to think. Like, who would be excited about this? I've literally ignored everybody. Like, everybody. The only reason I even answered the Daily Mail guy is because he showed up to my friend's house. Like, physically showed up to my friend's house trying to find me or trying to get information about me. Crazy. And yeah, I just wanted to help. Part of me too felt guilty because I was laughing. I kind of laughed at the girls, watching them be drunk because, I mean, let's be honest, anybody that lives here, the whole reason that the Grub Bus has a Twitch stream is because the people, I call them zombies, but just kind of like because they're just people come from all walks throughout the night. A lot of drunk people come there after they've finished their night drinking to load up on carbs, eat food. Police come there that are working late. They come get their food. They just park right behind the bus. People like me come there who just want pasta in the middle of the night. Yeah, it's all walks of life, all people. But it makes for an interesting crowd pretty late. And so they always live stream it. That's the reason they live stream it. So that camera footage that you guys are seeing, that looks like surveillance, it's not surveillance. It's a live stream for Twitch for the Grub Bus. One thing I did say that I'm glad that was reported truthfully is that, you know, I have a little girl. And I mean, she's a baby. She's like not even 2 yet. And she's my world. And, you know, there's a dad out there that these girls, that they're his world, you know, and they're gone. So, and I just felt kind of guilty because instead of helping them when they were drunk, they were entertainment. For food, they were just the entertainment. They were just the drunk people that everybody laughs at, you know, and it's sad. And some people think that's disrespectful. I mean, it was what was happening. They were drunk. They were out there drunk like that. And one of my toxic traits is that I take on the weight of everything that's going on around me, both personally or just even with friends and stuff. And so any of my friends that know me, they reached out to me pretty much right away because they knew that this was going to be eating me up. And it has. And I haven't been following what people have been saying
Jay,
until just recently.
we can't hear you
know,
talking.
somebody sent me a
Through the
TikTok
YouTube.
video that had the most ridiculous things on it. And I tried to set those straight. And apparently it fueled more Reddit BS and more rumors. I don't understand how people are making this into an entertainment thing. Like, I live here. My friends are scared to walk to their cars. I'm a big guy and I'm strong. I don't feel super safe going outside alone at night either. I just hope people realize that there's real people that are affected by this stuff, you know, and sorry, I put my hood on. It's really cold. Like there's snow outside. But at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like people need to stop trying to reach out to me to get statements. There's so many other people that
this dude's something else, but okay, look at final thoughts. He even labeled it part 1, part 2, my final thoughts. He really likes hearing himself talk, number 1.
know more about what's going on than I do. I just happen to be getting macaroni and cheese at the same time as them. And other than like those couple minutes there, I can't really speak to anything else. And people need to stop dragging whoever through the mud, especially if you don't live here and you don't know anybody. You don't know what's going on really.
Okay, he's bagging on these girls for being 21-year-old drunk girls. When he's the dad, in his words, I'm an adult. Why are you hanging out at the bars on campus, dude?
Go home and tend to your daughter.
Yeah, I don't think I dig the fact that he's going out to bars in the college town. That's kind of weird. And then talking about he's talking about Maddie, because Maddie was the one that was visibly drunk. And he said she kept going in between us and bumping into us, and it was gross. Now, look at big dude in little coat and look at Maddie. Okay. She was beautiful. Do you really think that this dude thought it was gross that
Nope,
she
not
bumped
for one
into him?
second.
Come on.
Nope.
He would like any touch. Come on. Come on. Ain't buying it. So. Do we need to go back and watch the video again and look at the interaction and what he's doing? Because we've all talked about men that get rejected. No offense to the men in here, but certain men can't handle rejection and they become enraged, literally enraged. But if you're not into stinky drunk girls, why are you at a college corner bar? Right, powwow, and he's saying it after she's dead. And yes, he did mention Hoodie Guy, and he said that he seemed like a good dude. He was there to make sure they got home safe. I'm a queefer. Isn't that fishy? Those people standing there. Can you check your Gmail? Yeah, hold on.
Like, this isn't funny and it's not entertaining. And
Could fool me,
I
dude.
believe that the Moscow Police Department is doing a really good job in trying to kind of just do damage control. But like, let's be honest, the FBI is like on it. You know, I would be surprised if they have a really good idea of who it is. They're just waiting for evidence, you know, evidence to just make it concrete, you know, because one of the worst things that can happen, you guys, is if they catch the murderer and they arrest them, bring them in, and then they have weak or refutable evidence and that person walks. Think about that. You know, so ease up. Don't be jerks to the police, you know. They're literally like, they don't want to give information out because this is like a really tight investigation, but they know things. They know things. I don't understand why they didn't. I will say my one critique, I don't know why they didn't put out right away that a car picked up the girls and was waiting for them in front of the grub bus. It took them way too long to do that. And there was a lot of rumors going around saying that the girls ran away from that guy. They ran across the street. And that's really when I started to like, man, I should say something, you know, online. But, you know, I work in media and marketing, and I'm a musician, and I have a lot of things that I just want to like give the world. And I'm sad that this is kind of how my name got out there. That makes me really sad. I'll probably delete these videos as soon as they announce the murder and it's all over. But until then, please just stop. Today I talked to somebody from Dr. Phil. They were wanting me to go on Dr. Phil and talk about this. And I'm like, why? I don't think people realize how little I actually know. But like I've said, I've been pretty much ignoring everybody. I'm not going to talk to any more media. There's actually, let me backtrack that. There's a lady coming to Moscow tomorrow who I'll probably have coffee with, but other than her, that's it.
I can't with him. Dude, I can't with him. Oh, I take that back. Thank you, Deets on the Streets, though, for saving that and making that great video and putting that together. Check out Deets on the Streets. They have some pretty interesting videos out there, you guys. I want to say I did get an email, but I got 4 screen recordings and I cannot open them. So I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I know. Freaking Jeremy and damn, what's his name? Yeah, I'm not opening the screen recordings because they're not like they're not working. They're not playing. Like it would automatically preview if it was okay. Okay, so let's go back to whoops.
Hey.
Let's go back to the grub truck because I just have to. Ooh, you guys hungry?
Loaded with toppings and
Lit. Who's Josh? He's like, I won't be right. He's like, I won't do interviews except for Fox and NBC and Dr. Phil and oh yeah, and this lady that's coming here tomorrow. I'm gonna have coffee with her. That's it. I swear. His YouTube page says he teaches high school music and is the music director at his church. And then his Facebook says that he works for sporting goods company. And I saw what you said, Megan. I totally agree. I guess if he doesn't like stinky drunk girls, I guess I don't understand why he's there. Because wouldn't you have just shit-faced drunk girls? Okay, there's I'm not saying he did nothing, but I'm looking at everybody with a side eye. I'm sorry. There's 4 people that are dead. So there's some interaction right there. Oh, shit, what happened? Damn it. Oh. Do you guys know the minute marker that was at?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Son of a gun. She was walking right between him. She was walking right in front of big guy. And he's sitting there yucking it up. There it is. Okay, right here. I'm sorry. I'm going to watch big guy now. Big guy in a little coat. Because he looks around an awful lot. With his pop can. See, now you see him here. That's totally him. I think he used a filter. Make his face look a little more thin. Look, the Grubhub guys have emojis of their faces. Look. That's great. So people go in there and donate and pay for people's food. Miss Robin, welcome to Upper Roberta. Thank you so much, babe. He was out with the girl in the white coat, his neighbor. Is that what he said?
She looks awful cozy with the brown sweatshirt man, though.
Yeah, I think is that like her boyfriend? So we're looking at top right now. And the girls are about to arrive in a few seconds. And Jack D lives across the street in the same apartments as Jeremy.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell.
What are you waiting on, Lisa? Oh, fat guy in a little coat. I didn't know. I say big guy. I don't like calling people fat. Did Cheryl T. Heather, read Cheryl T's comment.
Auntie.
Oh, you crack me up.
That's such an auntie comment.
It's true, though. You know that he wasn't
Yeah.
thinking, ew, this is gross.
He obviously remembered her enough from the bar to be like, oh, hey, that's the same person that just bumped into me when he was at the food truck.
Someone said that it looks like hoodie guy or the big guy tries to trip her. Someone tries to trip one of the girls when they come around. What does that mean, Boo Boo Kitty? What's simpin'? Oh my God, I'm so old.
When you simp for someone, it means
Simp?
like it's like more than a crush. It's like I don't know. You'll do anything for that person.
Jen P, when he spoke of her bumping into him, it happened at the bar. He mentioned it in his first statement to the media. He said it in this too. He said it was gross. Yep, Deanna K, I'm with you. After seeing their Instagrams, which is a ton of sexy photos, it makes me convinced this was some obsessed dude that knew who they were and went to a couple of their parties, but is a big dork. Who's Hunter? Sonny, who's Hunter? Who the hell's Hunter? Rumors, Hunter Biden? Are they on?
I hope
Is
not.
it Hunter Biden's laptop?
No.
Who's Hunter? Okay, watch the bottom left. There's Maddie with the dude in the jersey. She made sure. Oh, she made sure not to fucking go near him, didn't she? What's weird about 1122? Zoom in on his love handles.
I just read that. Oh.
Joe got food after they left. And him in that damn pop can. Okay, so the girls are up at the top left right now. There's Maddie stumbling around. She's visibly drunk. I have no idea who Hunter Chapin is.
Hunter's Ethan.
I know, but I wouldn't know. I mean, I don't know who do they think he is in the video? There's so many kids there.
Yeah, I don't know.
He bumps her. Why is 1122 a weird number? I guess I don't get it.
I don't know.
So Maddie is right by him here. See this? Top left. They're in the corner.
She's standing right next to him.
Mm-hmm. Gator Gal, the guy taking the orders thought that they were someone else. He thought they were there earlier, but it wasn't. I feel like the three of them are laughing at the girls. Look at okay, you can see on the bottom left, big guy in the little coat went over by the Jersey dude. They're all talking. Maddie's right there. I feel like they were laughing at her. Like, because she was drunk or something. Killed November, month 11, 13, one guy, 3 girls. Oh. I guess if you want to sit there and come up with things, you could. he just touched her wrist. I did miss it. You're right. But look at behind him, or like you can see Hoodie Guy. Hoodie Guy's standing over there by himself. It's okay. You don't have to be sorry. My birthday is 11/11.
So is my dog's.
Yay. We're matching birthdays.
You are.
It's really pissing me off that I can't zoom in on this. Is that bigger a little bit? See, now I'm watching little guy in a big coat or big coat and a little guy. Now he's going over to Hoodie Dude. And there's the two girls. And they're talking, and like Hoodie Guy like points kind of towards them. Like, oh, I'm, you know, whatever he's saying. I'm making sure they're getting home safe or some shit. And why did he act so like surprised? I don't know why people want to talk to me. I don't know, dude. Maybe because you're in this video of the last time they were seen alive.
Hours
talking
before
to
people were brutally stabbed.
Yeah, talking to the guy that everybody thinks is a little bit sus. Look, it's truth and transparency. What's up, Lana?
But
Lana's kicking ass in this case, huh? What happened to his beard?
Whose beard?
Big guy in a little coat. Aw, give the little guy kisses from us.
Cooperate.
Yeah, I almost feel like he knows, like, big guy knows Hoodie Guy. But he does have the ticket for his food. He bought food before the girls even got there.
Yeah, and then we see it in the video later.
But he did say everybody goes to the grub truck after the bar. Look behind the white hoodie guy. Look when they get their food. White hoodie guy? Oh, on the right here. Who's the guy on the bottom in the hoodie? What? I don't think anybody's in Kenya. We don't know.
I don't think anybody's in Africa.
Kenya, of all places. Bottom left. Okay. See, I'm looking at the bottom left and I'm seeing, oh, you're kidding. Is that John Jack? Lana? Kaylee is texting away right now. Texting. And big guy is over there with hoodie guy. Okay, Queefer. Back behind. Okay, hold on. This is what Jennifer Lynn Gibbs has been wanting me to pay attention to. Hold on. She says, back behind hoodie guy and tan jacket guy. See that car back there behind the fence behind them? That's what I want to see when hoodie walks off. I think he may get in it and leave in that car. Okay, we'll play it. This is the slowest I can play it. Are you guys thinking that the guy in the yellow is in the Lakers hoodie is what's his name's brother? Wait, John Jack owns a white little car? Queefer, I got your emails, but dude, it's pulling it up as like spam. Well, the girls are fixing to leave right now. Oh, it's not John Jack. I can't with 3 Jacks. Now there's another one.
There's too many.
Yeah, I
Come
think
on.
we're being punked with that. Totes think we're being punked. See, when I skip forward, though, I always go too far, and that's what I'm worried about. I'm just wondering why Big Guy decided to hang out over there with this hoodie dude and the 2 girls who aren't paying any attention to either one of those schmucks. Okay, I think they're getting ready to leave right now. The kid in the yellow looks familiar, but God, all these damn kids look the same. I am Alexa, the Andromeda Galaxy. Thank you for subscribing. Kristen Muller, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I feel like there's like a bunch of jacks being added in just to fuck with people. Kind of like what AWP did with Kylie's case. Shit thrown in just to fuck with people. No, I can't. It's not letting me zoom in. I'm sorry. My computer needs a restart, so it's giving me some problems. I'm sure this won't be the last time we watch this video.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, so according to Big Guy in the little jacket, the guy gets out and says, "Come on, let's go," or whatever. Here, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I want to see he's talking to this hoodie guy pretty intently. God, he's got the tiniest ankles. That is so weird. Read Miss Robbins. She said there's a Jake too. Why do all these cases have similar names? Xana, Xaname, Jax, Jagger, Jake. Leotech, don't tell me you didn't think it. Well, what I think is interesting is the interaction when the girls leave. I just think it's interesting. I mean, they totally have their backs to them. They want nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
Jeremy, Josh. Oh, God. And then Watts Island, Nicole.
Yeah.
Lee.
Nico.
Nico Lee. And then take into consideration the, oh, yeah, Kylie. What's Kaylee's middle name? This Kaylee. It's not May, is it? Is it Kaylee May?
I don't remember.
I mean, they look like they're having fun, though. Like, they're not.
Jen, I think at one point Kaylee is vaping.
Yeah, she is. She's vaping right now. They're vaping and laughing. And then she gets out her phone. She's texting. And then she takes a video or a picture. Dude, let me squeeze into this jacket and go to the corner bar.
Oh my God.
I'll be home before the baby gets up, wifey. I'm just a big guy in a little jacket on campus. I love how he said that. I'm an adult. Like, what?
Good for you. Do you want a sticker?
Makes me so sad, though. The girls are just cracking up, laughing, having fun. You know?
Just another night out for them.
Oh, Kaylee Jade. Oh, he's single? Nefa says he's single. I wonder why. I think she could have too. Gamer gal. Or gator gal.
It looks like it almost, because at one point she kind of looks like she's like nodding her head almost. But I don't know if it was just because I slowed it way down and was looking way into it.
Yeah, he did mention that soda can, didn't he? Oh, I still had it when I got home. I don't see any vehicles. But why is he? Oh, he's getting his food? Okay, and then there goes Hoodie Guy. And watch what he does. He puts his arm out and he says something to them. And then he keeps going, and then Hoodie Guy goes off into the right. He cuts that corner right there. But he walked by that car, because when they walked away, big dude goes, hey, they left. And he's like, what the fuck? Puts his arm out. And then and then he asks the driver or the truck guy, did you just give them food? Like, he was paying attention. Kind of weird. Yeah, they're like laughing about something. Joe was upset that the girls got their food before him, even though he ordered before they did. So he's been saying the girls didn't even pay for their food.
Ugh.
Yeah, they paid when they ordered. Because she used the little card thingy.
She asked him how to use it.
Let's see how long he stays there. Looks like he's talking and saying something to the girl in the black. The one with the girl hanging on her back. They're cold. What's he looking at? Dude's sus, man. All right, let's see how long he stays there. Eat your macaroni and cheese, boy. Look at these two getting cozy on the right. I can't. All right, hoodie guy's gone. Or big guy's gone. He got that done, didn't he? That couple. It's like the end of the night. Closing time. I don't want to leave you. What's he pointing at? Where'd you put your Coke can, dude? So he was like the third wheel with his neighbor and her boyfriend. And it was just so gross that this cute blonde was bumping into him. It's so gross. Are you still with me, HJ?
I am.
Okay, I just wanted
I'm
to
just
see if they
watching
all
these people hug for 20 minutes.
They all three left in the same direction. That's all I wanted to see. I don't know. All these people are acting the same to me. I don't really. They're all just drunk college kids.
Yeah.
I think that she could have taken a picture of the guy behind her. For sure. When she held it up at one point, it looks like it. Let's not dox all these people in here. We don't need to do that. Dude, food truck worker. I don't know about the food truck worker. I mean, he was working. How could he have?
Seems like a sure
How could he have done that if he was working?
And on
On a live stream on Twitch. Does he disappear? Yeah. I mean,
I sound like a regular robot.
You do?
I'm a robot.
Oh no. I am a robot. I will eat your brain. Do I sound like a robot too? Or just Heather? Her voice is robotic?
What did I do?
Is this nothing? Is it still robotic? Thank you, Terry. Just Heather? Look at just HJ.
Oh my god.
Is she still robotics? You're Elon. Oh, it's better now, Leo says.
Oh.
Roberta Robot. Yeah, they need you to talk.
I'm talking. Is this any better?
JB, it's we have to stand down.
She's better. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Sometimes that happens. Just a little glitchy poo.
Random?
What?
So that's random?
It does happen sometimes. Okay, I think we have one more thing.
Robota.
Roberta.
Cooperate.
Yeah. Did I ask them to do that?
Can you guys even hear the sound bites?
I can't.
Cheryl, you sound great now, sweetie. Oh, Jennifer Lynn Gibbs, thank you for coming in. Thank you for your super chats. Whoa, did I do something that is doxing? I thought that was giving someone's address out was doxing. Well, I just feel like putting all these people's first and last names and their brothers' names is just a little much. Let's let the cops do that shit. Because I don't want people getting harassed because they saw somebody's brother's cousin's name in my chat. We got to think about these people are like real people with real lives, and
They're just normal, everyday people.
Yeah, we're not the investigators. We're just here to look at what's been released and, speculate, talk about theories. I mean, this is like a classic whodunit, right? Classic whodunit. And I want to take a look at what the police chief said today in his little pre-recorded. We've got actually 2 interviews. One, he gave exclusively to who? Fox. Let's take a listen.
Describe what is happening at the residence tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, me and my command team.
Wait, I can't hear his ass.
And we're going to be getting that.
Describe what is happening at the residence tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, me and my command team and other individuals will be going in to box up personal belongings of the people that live there. And we're going to be getting those items back to the families. It's time for us to get those things back that really mean something to those families, and hopefully to help with some of their healing.
Why do you personally want to be involved in collecting these possessions?
We have a lot of investigators investigating, and I'm not tied into the investigation side of it where I'm physically interviewing people, and it's important to me. It's important for us as a department to go in and take care of the families and get the items for them so that they can have some of those back and some of those memories back that are fond memories. And I'm a dad. I understand the meaning behind some of those things. It may be something that we gave one of our children or something, and we're just trying to bring some of that healing.
As people learn about this stage of the investigation, what do you want to say about where you're at with the investigation?
We're at that point in the investigation where we're still gathering information, we're still gathering tips, we're still gathering evidence, we're still doing everything we need to do. But there also comes a point in time when the family needs to have those belongings back, the ones that we can get them back. They've asked for some of those things back, so we're ready to take care of that for them.
All right, so that's the first one. And now this next one, hold on, we don't want to watch Ted Cruz. This is the one with Fox right here. Funny how they're not giving the family information, but they're sitting down with the news media. Now that would piss me off if I was a parent.
That would piss me off too.
What?
All right, we're covering this story very closely, and breaking moments ago, brand new information from the police chief who sat down with Fox to talk about this case, the killing of these 4 young, beautiful students at the University of Idaho who were stabbed to death in their beds in their off-campus home more than 3 weeks ago.
This case is not going cold. We have tips coming in. We have investigators out every day.
I don't like his grin either. It bothers me, but some people are just nervous. I mean, I don't think this police chief gets a whole lot of action and a whole lot of interviews, so maybe he's nervous. And he's already kind of jacked up information at the press conference. Because he admits here, I'm not in the investigation part, but then he goes on to say, we have investigators investigating. It's like, dude, he's not on the scene.
Reviewing people, we're still reviewing evidence. We're still looking at all aspects of this. And I said early on that no stone will go unturned. And I mean that. We are going to continue. This case is not going cold.
Well, we know these families want some resolution. They want this person found and convicted. Correspondent Alexis McAdams reporting live from Moscow, Idaho. Tell us, Alexis, what you learned when you sat down with the chief.
Hi, Martha. Well, first off, I mean, this was pretty much one of the first times we've been able to see the chief getting pretty emotional about this case. He went to this university. He's lived in this community for years. He has a family of his own, and he was breaking down through tears, telling me this case is personal for him, working around the clock to find some.
I'm a dad with daughters, and that's tough. You don't. We're human. We don't go to these and just turn it off. It affects us, but we have a job to do, and we're going to continue to do that job. We're going to continue to push forward.
It's been nearly 1 month since these innocent college kids go Idaho in that off-campus house that still is surrounded by crime tape, Martha. Investigators tell me they're interviewing people every single day, looking for information that helps them piece this together and really trying to figure out the timeline of the night when these students were murdered. Now we're learning more about people and theories that investigators are ruling out for now. Police tell me they did interview 2 guys in connection to a tip that Kaylee Gonsalves had a stalker in town. This stemmed from an incident back in October when Kaylee told some of her friends that a guy was following her around a local business and it creeped her out enough that she told her friends. Police don't believe those people are connected to the murders. Now, another update involving Kaylee's dog, which you can see here in this TikTok video that she posted a while back. Investigators say her dog was in the house at the time of the murders, but had no evidence on it, so they don't believe, Martha, it was in any of the rooms when the crime was committed. Back out here live in front of the police department. Once again, that chief breaking down, wanting the community, and most importantly, Martha, wanting the families like Kaylee's dad to know they're doing everything they can to find the killer. And they say just because they're not releasing so much information doesn't mean they don't have it.
Yeah. Just a quick question. Did you get a sense from him that they know things that they are not allowed to share at this point? I mean, what's your sense of how, do they seem to be lost at this point for ideas or really honing in on something?
Yeah, great question. And actually, from what we've been able to gather from the police here on the ground is that they've got a pretty good timeline and they've got a pretty good amount of information. They say if they didn't have information, that's when they would go to the public and say some of these little bits and pieces more about who they think this person is, what this person might have, if they left on foot, if this person even as a man or woman, little things that we asked if they could confirm. They said not right now because we're on the right track. We've got a lot of evidence and we feel good about the direction this case is heading.
Yeah. We know that Kaylee's mom said that she was afraid that the killer would show up at the memorial service and that they needed to pay more attention to some of the people that were dismissed and cleared. And I know we saw that soundbite a moment ago. He said nobody is cleared forever, right?
Exactly, yeah. Just because they're talking to these people who are coming in even to the police department by day when we're here, these college students, they're saying that just because they talk to them doesn't mean they're not going to re-interview them, Martha.
Alexis, great work. Thank you very much. All right. And then another one I wanted to show you guys. Let's just
go right into it.
4 University of Idaho students were murdered in a home just off campus 3 weeks ago yesterday. This afternoon, Moscow police put out information about talk of one of the victims having a stalker, as well as a dog in the home at the time of the murders. Police say through tips and leads, they were able to identify the person they believe Kaylee Gonsalves may have referred to as a stalker. Police say in mid-October, he was at a local business and noticed 2 men. One of the men appeared to follow her to her car before turning away. The man did not make contact with Kaylee. Detectives have been in contact with both of these men and cleared them of being involved in the murders. Moscow police also say a dog was found in one of the rooms of the house, but not in one of the rooms where the victims were killed. And they do not believe the dog went into the crime scene and tampered with evidence. The dog was given to a caretaker. Also, Moscow PD expressed their understanding of the community's frustration and desire for answers because police haven't released a lot about victims' injuries, evidence collection, and more. Police said, quote, "We firmly believe speculation and unvetted information is a disservice to the victims, their families, and our community." Investigators also asked for anyone with information on what Ethan Chapin and Xana Kernodle were doing in the hours leading up to the murders to please submit tips to police. Police say they will release information that does not hinder the investigation.
So what gives with the whereabouts of Xana and Ethan? That's something new that they're looking deeper into that we know about. I'm just wondering why. Why is there a gap? If they were at a frat party, there would be other people there, right?
Yeah, there would be a ton of people there to say, yep, we saw them.
Okay, now let's look at this picture. Is this the same kind of car they're looking for? Hold on. I'm getting it. That's a Chevy, I think, though. I just noticed that there was a white car, but so today they're boxing up these belongings for the family. And the chief said he personally wanted to do it. I don't think anybody's run to Africa. Just because they did missionary work does not mean that they would take their son and escape to Africa.
No, I really think that's far-fetched.
It's far-fletched. I agree.
Far-fletched.
Flarfin'. I just don't think that that's the case, but.
No, I don't think so either. And if we know about it, you bet your butt the police know about it.
Oh, shit, Africa. I miss the rains down in Africa. Okay, J. Lord. Xana's dad is talking about the physical fight with a male a week prior she had. Where is he talking about that?
Yeah, I haven't heard that.
Cheryl T has an early model Hyundai, and the car they are looking for looks different to me. All right, let me show that again. It kind of looks like a Ford Focus, like the little ones. Not the Fusion, the Ford Focus. So 2011 to 2013, Hyundai. Let's look it up. Hyundai Elantra. We'll do our own Google image. Yep, looks just like the ones in the pic. Check it out. Oh, I wish you guys had doggy cam right now. She's literally, Bella's on her back, crashed.
Oh.
No, she is sacked out. She looks really comfy.
She had a rough day.
Yeah, jumping out the window and taking off on her mom is hard work.
It is.
So there's the 2011 Hyundai. So if you guys have like been verified, I think you can put someone's name in. You can see what kind of cars are registered to them. Maybe someone's parents. You can also see what kinds of cars are registered to them as well. I don't have that capability, but if anybody does, that's a good way to find out, you know, who owns a certain type of vehicle. Even though you don't have a license number, you know, you can still look. Kind of like how we saw that the Sherfy dude owned a Toyota Tacoma in red in color and took it out of the state and re-tagged it after Summer Wells went missing, like a week after, but nothing to see over there.
No, nothing at all.
Mm-mm. Oh, Kate, the kitty is great, except the babies won't come to me still. And Megs, they're great. Neighbors are saying the front door to the house was wide open between 8:30 and 9:30 a.m. on the 13th. Where'd you see that, Casey? Do you guys want me to go over the Casey Anthony thing? Documentary?
Yeah, we covered the trial.
I know, you guys got to watch it.
I know.
So we're all going to get together and watch it, and then we'll do a review. Did you see the Halloween picture of Xana wearing a bloody shirt, holding a knife with 6 other girls wearing the same costumes? Was it Halloween?
Well, yeah, was it?
I mean, that's what people do at Halloween. It just so happens they were stabbed, but... Colleen, who are you talking about?
Deanna. No, Casey, barf.
Well, Kate, I would think it would be a good conversation.
Oh, yeah.
When I can get clips, I can play clips. You know, I just can't play a lot of it, but we can play like certain clips and talk about them. Because there's certain areas in that documentary that are pretty interesting. It was an interview that was on Plunder's channel. Queefer, I don't know what you're getting at. Really, no one can see what in this case, man has been killing me for 3 days. Why is the house blurred out on Google Earth? It is?
It is now, yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do they do that?
Usually they do it in high-profile cases.
They do.
Because, yeah, like when who were the girls that were kidnapped? The one that rap was made about. When a white girl ran into my arms, that's when I knew. Oh, it was in like Chicago or something. They blurred out that house anyway.
I've seen random houses blurred out. I always wondered why.
It's usually for horrific things.
Can you request that it gets blurred out?
I don't know. I would think so.
Deanna, we did talk about it. Look what she said. Should I be kind and rewind? I love it. It is ironic, J-Lord. I get it. I don't know. Like the Watts house isn't. Oh, I guess when you go to the Watts house, though, all you see is the blank land.
Oh, they took the house tour of Zillow as well.
Oh, wow. So people can't gawk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and let's
That's
face
what
it,
it is.
the owner wants to be able to rent this house out again or sell it. I mean, you got to think about...
Does insurance cover things like that?
I don't know. But I mean, I'm sure they're going to want to clean it up and put it up for rent again.
Yeah, they're going to want to do something with it, surely.
The killer is here? What?
Where?
I don't know. With 4 people dying in one house, there's no freaking way.
Mm-mm.
Who's blaming the dad to take... Oh, Casey.
Oh, and Casey.
I don't know. George and his untrustworthiness should not be overlooked either. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I've always kind of felt there was something going on in that household that wasn't right. When Casey's mother, Cindy, said that she would take little Kaylee's bathing suit off and hold her up to the jets in the pool, I kind of felt something was a little fucked up in that household.
Yep. And the way George spoke at Kaylee's memorial, the sweet smell of her sweat, and
disgusting.
It's
lit. He reminds me of kind of creepy, like Joe Biden creepy. Like Joe Biden is just creepy. And I don't give a damn if you're Republican, Libertarian, Democrat. I don't give a fuck. He's creepy. If he was, whoever, he gives off a creepy vibe. And it's that same kind of vibe with George, in my opinion. I just don't like that. I don't think that's normal to put a freaking 3-year-old up to the jets.
No, it isn't. To take her bathing suit off and put her up to the jets.
In a freaking pool. Those jets are not like weak. And don't believe us? It's in her testimony. She testified to that shit. Cindy Anthony.
Yep.
Yes, he is. He's pervy. And then when he goes to visit Casey, what's the first thing he says to her?
Oh, I forget what it was, but that was super creep town, dude.
Hello, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful? What?
Yeah, that conversation that they had in the jail cell, that was with her mother sitting right there.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Awkward. George never held down a job. Cindy had to carry the weight of the family. I mean, let's just tell it like it is. He ran away from Ohio because he lost his job and all this shit being a cop. And then they moved to Florida and he becomes a rent-a-cop. And she's been working as an RN, working her ass off. And then he's gambling away tens of thousands of dollars and lying to her.
Oh, I forgot about the gambling.
$60,000 plus dollars. And then he has an affair on her. So I don't trust him. And that doesn't equal SA, but it equals like not being a good person. Like just not being a good person overall. And in the documentary, Casey says, like we heard in the trial, that she went and got in bed with Kaylee. She put pillows around her and she fell asleep. She woke up, no Kaylee. She said Kaylee never left her room. She made sure the door was shut and usually locked. The 31 days that Kaylee was quote unquote missing, she said she stayed at home for like 7 days out of the 31. And it's not just the beautiful thing. It's everything added up together. But anyways, she says that there's no Kaylee. She gets up. They're running around. She's running the house looking outside. And here comes George with a soaking wet Kaylee in his arms. And the way that she says, he was angry and he said, "Look what you did. This is all your fault." But then she says a few minutes later, he backed up and he said, "It's going to be okay. I'll take care of it." So I think Cindy was in the dark about everything.
I think she pretends to live in the dark.
Well, I mean about Kaylee.
You think so?
Yeah, part of me does.
Like,
I really think that she loved that little girl, but I think she's fucked up. Because I can't really explain, the Jets. A woman doing that to a little girl. Like,
yeah.
A woman putting a 3-year-old baby girl, taking her bathing suit off to hold her up to the Jets because that's what she did every time she went in the fucking pool. And then when she testified, they asked Cindy Anthony, were you, when you were off that week, how often did you and Kaylee go swimming? She says every day. And he was telling Casey to act normal. You're right, Leo. It was her child. You're right.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Ultimately, she is the one responsible. But
it doesn't mean that there wasn't other things that happened that led
exactly.
up to that.
Oh, it does mine too, Cheryl T. Auntie, this is the only case looking at crime scene photos that I've thrown up. And I have a very, very strong stomach. And Kaylee's, that did it.
Now, do I think that he killed her, like molesting her or something? No, I don't. I think it could be that Casey was sleeping and that she went into the pool. What, Tyson? Breaking news. Police body cam footage of the front of the girl's house at 3:01 a.m. The third floor bedroom light is on and then goes off.
Yeah, they said there was a call for underage drinking. I think it was right around, I think they said between 2:30 and 3:30, right down the street from where they were. And cops showed up.
Who has that body cam out? Anybody?
I think I just put it in.
Cray, I put my feet on the Jets. Nasties. Cray, could you imagine putting a little 3-year-old? She told the story on the stand like it was nothing.
Oh, yeah, straight-faced. Like she was telling a story at dinner time.
Yes. Yep. She couldn't get in the pool alone, though. Yes, she could, because remember, Cindy left the ladder up. It shows a white car on the road near the house. Well, I'm looking at their neighbors right now. Are any of these Hyundais or whatever? I mean, God, a white car. We're looking for a small white car in a fucking college town.
Yeah.
99% of the fucking cars these students drive are probably white compact cars. This looks kind of sketchy back in here, doesn't it? I wouldn't walk back here alone at night. Fuck that. I get like Ted Bundy vibes. All right, car guys that are in chat. What kind of cars are these? Because there's the girl's balcony right up there. But you guys, if there's a white car in the body cam, there's 2 white fucking cars right here in the driveway of their neighbor. I don't believe that the duct tape was over her mouth. I don't believe that. Yes, I think he took... Yes, absolutely he moved the ladder. Fuck yeah, he did. And remember, he was a homicide detective, George was. So, plundered us? I don't know if she'll strike me or not. Somebody else has to have it. Idaho.
I'm looking.
Here we go.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, is there a reason why you didn't stop back there?
Yeah. Well, we saw him talking to him, so we didn't know. Yeah.
Okay, well, he yelled at you guys and then turned around because he walked up on him. I yelled at you guys, you didn't stop.
No, I did not hear you.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's walk back over here, okay?
Sure.
Well, think about it. If she had been essayed her whole life, you do what you're told. I don't understand what I'm even looking at right now. HJ, you can unmute.
I didn't know if you were still playing the video.
I am, but there's like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Oh, hold on. I have to mute.
You guys tell me what I'm looking at.
It looks like he was chasing those kids, maybe. I know they're walking back. I don't know.
But where's the house supposed to be?
I don't know.
The bright light.
The bright
just
light.
right of the apart. Oh, where? I missed it? What? I can't make out shit in this video.
Oh, the light does go off.
Where, I don't know what I'm looking at. Help me.
Well, I'm behind you now. So I don't know what you're
I'm gonna
looking
pause
at.
it and we'll start at the same spot. I don't have no idea what I'm looking at right now. It looks like a bunch of friggin' lights. I see nothing.
All right. I'm waiting for you to pause it. Okay. So you see that? Oh, you're moving it again. So the big building with all the bright lights, to the right of that, you can see one tiny little light up top, and that light goes out in the video, and they're saying that's their apartment.
I'm looking at Jeremy's apartments. That's like the row of apartments. What, Lisa?
What?
What is she talking about? Okay, so the one little light in the middle of the white blob. SR, I'm cracking up that I'm looking at a bunch of blurry lights. And y'all are telling me it's a fucking lamp. How is that a lamp? Okay, so is there a better... All right, let's see if there's a clearer one, because they're saying that Plunders looks better. Oh, here's them. Here's them clearing out the crime scene, guys. Did you guys see this? These idiots strike you too. Lawn crime. Look at, they have their fucking watermark floating across the screen too. They're
Of
gonna
course.
strike me.
Don't do it.
So they're packing up all their stuff and oh yeah, could we have the fucking stools that were jammed in front of the door? I'm just kind of looking to see a lot of shits in boxes. Did you hear Bella moan?
No, I
she's
didn't
like,
hear it. Diesel's rolling around on his back making noises. Now he's shaking his head.
I heard that. Oh, there's your chief. That's it. Boxes they didn't use. How awful to have the cops just box up your daughter's shit. You know, you move them into their place at college and stuff, and then, fuck. Just awful. Look at all those reporters. He's like, come on. Get out of my way. Is this typically what they do with people's stuff?
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Well, I think because it's an active crime scene, maybe that's why they had to box it all up. They can't just have people trampsing in there.
Yeah. I'm just surprised they would let things go while it's still an active crime scene.
Which tells me they know a lot more than obviously they're saying. Because they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They wouldn't risk that. They literally watch them. Okay, now that's it on that one. Okay, let's go back to the body cam. Well, here's another one of today.
Police began removing some.
I wonder if Jeremy's been watching.
Pack up the students' things, and by noon today, they finished loading the boxes onto the truck. This is not something police typically do, but Idaho State Police spokesperson Aaron Snell says in this case, it was appropriate.
We've had the crime scene for quite some time, and the family would like back some of those belongings. There's undoubtedly some sentimental issues, and I think it will help with a little bit of the healing, and we want to be part of that process. We want to help them. We don't want to keep holding on to items that really aren't needed for the investigation.
So I think they're trying to be good to the families. They know the families are upset and frustrated. That's kind of the feeling I get. I don't think these cops are bad guys. I just don't.
I just think this is a huge crime for anything they've ever prepared for.
It is. All right, I'm going to mute this because Brian Enton. No, her video. Okay, so yeah, she's circling where it is. So we'll see. It's what you were talking about, Heather, that white blob. All right. Her video ain't any better. Actually, it's probably more pixelated than the one I played originally. Okay, so let's see. All right, so the little light is on. Let me slow it down a little bit. So we're coming at the side of Jeremy's apartments, like that row of the brick apartments. And then right to the right is that little light. But how is that the third floor? That doesn't make sense. The third floor was up and on the other side.
I don't know. I don't even know how they can tell that that
I
is
can't
their
even.
house.
If you told me that was a fucking gas station right there, I'd say, "Oh, really? I can't tell what the hell that is." And why would Jeremy's apartments be that lit up?
At 3 a.m.
Yeah, that don't even look right. Those apartments were like ghetto. They didn't even have cameras. I don't think they would have all these lights. I ain't buying it. I don't know why, but I'm just not. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. And why does where it says Motorola Solutions, why does that go away? Make that make sense.
Oh, that's the frat house
J
in the
Lord.
front.
Woo! Cool the jets. Cool the engines. Cool the engines. Woo! Time out. Time out.
La la la
Okay.
la la. La 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 means let me finish.
Woo! That got heated for a second there.
Wowee.
It's the bright far light? Dude, you guys must have X-ray freaking vision. Where's my Georgia dog? Is he in chat? You're still awake? Someone just said, hi, Georgia dog, but I don't see him.
I saw that, but I didn't see him.
Snow, maybe she's behind in chat or something. Because I think he's sleeping. The white car. How do you guys see a white car? I mean, I see a white something, but I don't know about all that. Heather, what do you think of that?
I can't see.
I see a white
anything.
car, but dude, that could be a Mustang for as far as I can see.
That could be a freaking transformer. I can't tell.
A transformer?
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, no attitudes allowed. So no one but moderators can post links. So everyone needs to chill. The 1122 house is on the top right corner behind the apartment building. Go gadget. It's the light above the car. Okay, so Heather, it's not even the one we were thinking of. That is the apartment building. What?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's that. Y'all reaching? Y'all reaching? How the hell could you even see that? Hold on. I want to look at the front of this house again. Okay, so you're saying the middle window up top. Okay, so they're saying the middle window up top is lit. What room is that? It looks like a friggin' bathroom. If that's the window that's lit, that's their bathroom. Because Fox Digital zoomed in and there was like lotion and shampoo in the window of that middle window up top. And they may have removed the Zillow and everything, but...
Oh, the picture, everything's out there.
Yeah. Who was that picture of that girl? Those girls.
What girl? An ad?
No, right here. Who are these people? Do we know?
I'm behind still. Because I can't see your screen.
Oh, no, I'm just saying in general, like that guy. Who's that guy? Because those surely don't look like the Dylan in the...
Oh, yeah. I see the girls now. I don't know. Who are they?
And the guy. Oh, Brandy. Okay, I was getting confused. We talked about Casey Anthony and then went back to this. Neighbors? Wait. That's not their house, is it?
Oh, so they're talking to the neighbors at the neighbor's house.
Oh, I thought this was the girl's house. I was like, where'd those pumpkins come from? That girl looks really, really shook. Scared.
She does.
Moscow Police Captain Tyson Barrett. Didn't we just have a Tyson in chat? Are you Tyson Barrett? I don't know. Last time I did that, I said, "Hey, Macaulay Culkin's brother, call in." And it was.
You buzzed?
I find it interesting to just go through and look at like all the random photos that were taken. Look at this. Fabulous location for rent.
And breaking news in the investigation into the murders of the four University of Idaho students. Detectives announced just minutes ago that they are interested in talking to the person or people in a white 2011 to 2013 Hyundai Elantra.
Yeah, they don't have a license plate number. That's an Elantra, but you're looking at a stock photo of the type of car they are looking for. Moscow police say the car was near the home where 3 of the students lived during the early morning hours of November 13th. That's the day the bodies of the 4 students, Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves, were discovered.
Moscow police say the person or people in that car may have critical information regarding the case.
Tyson said, "That's my dog's name, FYI." I'm all thinking, "Ooh, is that the police guy?" Oh, man. All right, you guys. I think we've covered everything that we had planned and then some. I don't think there's anything else tonight. We've been live for a long time and my back is hurting. I was friggin' streaming all day.
I know.
The newsman looks like what?
Kaylee's dead. Don't start that stuff,
shit.
SR.
Oh, no. Where? What news guy? This guy? Isn't it funny how we all think different things? I think that lady looks like Letitia Stock.
Ugh.
What news guy, though? Is she talking about this dude? See, we all see
Just
different
minutes
things.
ago,
It's so funny because I don't think that looks like her dad at all. I'll always ask, like, HJ, like, do these two people look the same? Oh, my God, Laura T. What? Yes, he did say the wounds didn't match up, but it's that they don't want to give out all the information. That's all.
I mean, it really could mean anything. They've been so vague.
I don't know. Chai Toes, why do you think that would be a lie? Why would that be a lie? I don't know what celeb genius is, SC Crow. So if there's something a link or something, you can send it to jisforjustice@gmail.com. Why is stream whatever not working?
I don't know.
Whatever the hell its name is. Cloudbot.
Probably because I yelled at it earlier.
You guys, because you guys harass it. You guys have made him like quit. They have made. Oh, it's turned off. See? He was turned off because you guys freaking harass him.
I do.
They give my Streamlab guy a hard time. No pun intended.
John Wayne Bobbitt's penis.
What happened with the Jack guy, that was the hooded guy, is he ruled out. So this is what they're saying, you guys. This is the official statement. The male in the food truck video is not a suspect. How many?
Because there was only one male in that video.
There was only one male, so there you go. You do the math. Makes a whole
To
hell
choose
of a
your
lot
own
of
adventure. You get to guess which male.
What would her parents want out of the crime scene that badly? Okay. Her personal belongings.
What if she had a baby blanket, a teddy bear, something that she slept with every night?
I mean, she lived there. All of her stuff was there. Blankets. Pictures. Jewelry. Her purse.
Just anything.
I mean, anything that was hers would be something you'd want.
Yeah, you'd want to be closer to your daughter. I mean,
sure.
Give me anything. Give me a dirty sock.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Phil.
You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Oh, Snow says Streamlabs is out because he's on a date with me. We worked that out today.
She's rubbing it in because I've been asking Streamlabs to go on a date, and he's been saying no.
Oh my God, you guys are inundating my Streamlabs. He's going to quit for
yeah.
good.
Nope, Snow's got him wrapped around her finger.
Well, Cheetos, I don't think that they're going to give anything back if it would, hurt the investigation. Oh, yeah, it is Cheetos, like Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Oh, shit. Oh, you guys crack me up. Hey, Rose, you came just in time for us to leave. You came just in time for us to leave. Does that even make sense? I have missed you guys so much.
Me too.
We have a little update 2 hours ago on the suspect in the Athena Strand case. Let's play this really quick because I haven't seen anything in a few on this.
Right now, investigators are keeping information about this case close to the vest. We have learned a little bit more information about Athena Strand's accused killer, who was behind bars here at the Wise County Law Enforcement Center.
He's in a single cell by himself, just
going crazy.
Booking.
Wise County Sheriff Layton Aiken has his deputies keeping a close eye on accused killer Tanner Horner. He expects to have the 31-year-old's case turned over to the district attorney by next week.
Because of the age of that child and because it was an abduction. So we are going to pursue death penalty.
Horner's bond is $1.5 million set during a jail hearing after his arrest. In this video, investigators zeroed in on Horner, a contract driver for FedEx. The sheriff says he confessed to abducting Athena Strand while delivering a Christmas package to their home and later killing her. There are signs of how Wise County residents have honored the 7-year-old, like these items left on the courthouse steps. Their local newspaper,
This is the
Strand while delivering.
How did they get this footage?
Athena Strand while delivering a Christmas package to their home. Zeroed in on Horner.
Holy crap.
I know who took this video. Oh, Bobby Dean. Whoever Bobby Dean is. Yeah, that's them confronting him. How long after she was abducted did they confront him? It was still light out. Or was this the next day?
I have no idea.
Me either. I'm going to have to look into that. Fucking horrible. Horrible people in this world. So on the Apple Watch, what? Oh my God. Streamlabs, why are you doing the Black Friday thing?
Oh,
Streamlabs.
Snow, get your man under control.
Exactly. We need Jackie. Jackie is his real girlfriend. She always has him under control, Snow. I expected more from you tonight. Snow, I expected more out of you. Oh my God. All right, I think that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you, HJ.
Thank you for having me on.
I love having you on. And I would go on camera and say goodbye to you guys, but I look hellish. And
given the fallout,
I'm just going to end it on here. 2 Foot Fred, thank you. 2 Foot Fred, thank you for subscribing. JJ Horns. Tara Cook, thank you for your super chat. Tara D, thank you for subscribing. And the Alexa Andromeda Galaxy, thank you. And if I missed you guys and didn't say hello, hopefully we can touch base tomorrow. I will be back here tomorrow, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Good night, HJ.
Good night.
Good night. Dance it out, motherfuckers.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time for that. Staying up late.